Peace, we on 11-11. 11-11. Had to get it in. That wasn't the plan. We late, but like the Lord might not always come when you call him, but he always on time when he do show up. Monday Night Live, news, views, and guests. Late, hour and then some change, hour and 11 minutes off schedule because life be lifing. So we'll wait until some notifications go out and people see that we actually on. I ain't got no hook for this. Ain't got no title for this. Just a live. Notifications go out. We talk about whatever we gonna wind up talking about. I don't got no hook for this. I don't got no title for this. Ahmad Jabril, salute. First up, first on the chat is Ahmad. Salute to Ahmad. Let me go right for the StreamYard link. Safi Ali. Yeah, like I said, my apologies for being late. Like I said, life is lifing. Life is definitely lifing. BL, I ain't seen you in a minute. Salute. BL Senior. BL to the seniors in the building. It's Monday, man. Monday motivation. You see the elbow and the braids of the young securities, the young manager, both of them. Yeah, that's the other one. We in here lifing. We in here making war with the beast, fighting a good fight. That's what it really comes down to, man. Your money, your fame, status, none of that means nothing. It's all about health, family, love, and you know, righteous cause bigger than ourselves to fight for, something that we got willing to lay it all down for. Kimberly Mitchell, salute. 12 tribes worldwide, just waiting on Black Jesus, or where we are. We are the Black Jesus. We are the body of the Black Christ. The head is already here. The head been here, and you know, we can get into that later on. Ahmad say peace to the young queens. Peace. Yeah. I don't really have a topic. I don't got a hook for this. I don't got a title. It's just Monday Night Live. We alive. We thankful to be alive because life is lifing. So we just here in the name of the Most High. Don't got no premeditated nothing. We just show up and let it flow. Show up and let it flow. Von Eric. Wa alaikum salam. Blessings. Peace and blessings to you and your fam. And peace and blessings to everybody that's in the chat showing up. If y'all tapping in for, these few minutes, just hit the like button on your way in and let's start a show. Let's talk about some news, views, and opinions and some guests and some facts.
But also before we start,
King Z, wa alaikum salam, what you say?
But also before we start, if y'all don't mind, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so when we do a new upload or a new live, you'll always get notified.
Yes, you got that little line down packed, smooth. You sound like a real YouTuber. Elmatic, there's the first muscle man. There's the first bouncer, tune-up master in the building. Elmatic said, well, assalamu alaikum, KAM and Young Queen. Peace to the chat. Hit that like button. Smash that like button. Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. Blessings. Boom. Oh man. Pepper. Turmeric and pepper. Y'all up on that turmeric and pepper? Or on that cayenne pepper? Or up on that garlic or that black garlic? Or the oregano oil? Or that colloidal silver? Y'all up on the holy waters? Not the medicines, not the pharmaceuticals and the medicines. Y'all up on them holy cures, them holy treatments and cures. Salute. Yeah, man, but it's it's the season. 'Tis the season. I guess we into the 12 days of Tricksmas. And this is the season where it's a lot of depression. It's a lot of um, ill feelings and loneliness and losses or whatever. Because it's the beginning of the winter, end of the fall, going into the winter, and it's so-called holidays. That's supposed to be family time, but if this time of year come around and you have just lost a family member or a loved one, or you struggling with health issues or struggling with relationship issues, money issues for sure. This is when this is when we at our best. This is where the campaign trail really earns its keep, so to speak, because we got to help each other get through these things. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, emotionally, because we all going through it. I'm right there with you. Going through it. Even though Trump or whatever is supposed to be, trying to whatever he's supposed to do, try to revive the economy or whatever, he ain't, he's for his people first, which is natural. But his other people, the other people that's his ops of his own people, is sabotaging that. So they definitely trying to kick off Armageddon, or that's already kicked off, but World War III and collapse of the economy, collapse of the country or the government, martial law, anarchy. He's definitely trying to kick that off. I'm talking about right now. That's why you're seeing all this false flag stuff, all this distraction stuff, all this so-called drone alien business. At the same time, they kicking off these wars with Ukraine and Russia and Iran and Israel and Palestine and everything, China. So it's going down, literally. This world is literally going down. So we got to buckle up our seatbelts, gird up our loins, and get out the way and let them crash out. Let them do what they are predicted and prophesied to do. MT, those UFOs are everywhere. I mean, those ain't really, they got FAA lights. They got FAA green lights and red lights on them. So they, this government, like Trump said this government, they know exactly what they are. They just not telling you. This is something that the deep state or the shadow government or whoever the people that's behind Biden is trying to kick off whatever they're kicking off before Trump get in office. I don't know. Trump might, they might make him an offer he can't refuse to, and he have to continue it. But all of that is not no aliens. That is not no aliens.
Yeah, definitely not no aliens.
Nah, that ain't no damn aliens. Hip hop. Cam, are you working on a new album? Nah, I ain't really on albums. I be having songs that you can consider an album, but I've learned because of cancel culture and because of how they've been playing me for the last 30 years that I can't even put it out there like that. But I got songs, I got new songs, but based on even what I've seen them do with Ice Cube new album and Dr. Dre, have y'all heard Dr. Dre's new album? I mean, Snoop's new album.
Snoop's and Dr. Dre.
Yes, I guess it's Snoop Dogg's new album, but it's produced by Dr. Dre and featuring Dr. Dre on most of the songs, called Missionary. Have y'all heard that album? Have y'all heard? What y'all think about that album? What's y'all thoughts on that album? Cube, Man Down album and Missionary. Which one is the hardest? Or have y'all even heard them? I haven't heard the Ice Cube album. My daughter just had me listening to the Snoop Dogg album last night. And, like my mother, may Allah be pleased, used to say, and y'all mothers probably used to say, if you ain't got nothing good to say, then don't say nothing at all. So I won't say nothing at all. I won't say nothing at all about it. What you think about it?
I mean, I don't really have anything good to say, so I'm gonna stay quiet.
No, you ain't got to stay quiet. I got to stay quiet because that's my peer.
Oh,
he's a peer of mine, so But you could tell me what you told me. You know what I'm saying, when we went through the album.
I'm sorry.
One Doc Zach said waste management. He said sanitation business.
But mostly my opinion on the album is like it was like 18 songs on the album, and it was not really any good songs that I heard.
Any songs that's good to you as an 11-year-old, and no songs that sounded like something that you wanted to play twice?
I liked like the beat and stuff, but then it's just kind of ruined it with the lyrics and stuff. I don't know. It's just I don't really know what to say about it. It was pretty bad though. 18 sad songs.
18 songs. You had to struggle to find one you like, huh? Hip hop say Man Down, Cube's album is better than Missionary. It's better than Snoop Dogg's album, in his opinion. Man. So yeah, I don't know. Like, so based on that first single, I ain't heard the Cube album, but I seen the first single, which was Ego. My ego is my ego. So is Snoop's first single, which I guess is it Missionary, or it's called something else? The one with, I don't know what the name of it is that better to y'all? Is Snoop's single that he dropped for his first single for his new album better than Cube's single that he dropped, Is My Ego? Which first single and video is the best to y'all? Ahmad says that. Adrian said couldn't listen to any song. Oh, hey man, sound like me. I thought I was just
thought I was just being picky.
Being picky. My bro, the god, DJ Vaughn, DJ Rockwell, he said he got a few winners on there. Who got a few winners? Snoop or Cube? Rockwell, who got a few winners? Yeah, Gorgeous. That's what Janae. That's a Janae Aiko song though. That's a Janae Aiko song. That's not a Snoop song. So I don't know if that qualifies. You know.
Yeah, because she was singing the hook and stuff and all.
Yeah, that's the whole vibe. The whole R&B vibe is her. She make the songs. I don't know if that's a Dr. Dre or Snoop can take the credit for that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Kimberly Mitchell says feces. She says respectfully with a smile, feces. Mike Shabazz 7 says Cubes is better. Cubes is better. His first single and that's something that says a lot. Cubes' first single or first video and single was better than Snoop's. That's something else. I say Snoop is better off to do what 50 Cent just did, was switch to acting and leave rapping alone. I mean, yeah, he could. They got enough money. Hip hop said It's My Ego is better production by far, way better than Snoop. Wow, really? Damn. Damn, Gina. Man, Elmatic say straight ass. Straight donkey. Jesus rode into a donkey into Jerusalem. Snoop. Oh, okay. Snoop got a couple of winners on there. What's the one beside the Janae? The Janae, what's the song that Gorgeous. Besides the Gorgeous,
what other song?
What other song is a winner to you? DJ Rockwell. King Z said I like the Janae Aiko part. DJ Rockwell said also better lead single than Cube. Okay, I can probably agree with that. Adrian said shout out to Janae, but I don't like when R&B girls cuss. That's just me though. No, I agree with you on that. They don't need to do that. They be trying to sound hood, trying to put some extra street, that's not necessary. It's like I don't like them being X-rated. You don't need to waste your good God righteous talent doing some trash, some smut with your talent. Mike Shabazz say Cube's production is way better, surprisingly. Okay. Okay, I might need to listen to it because I listened to Snoop all the way through, and so I may as I may as well listen to Cube. I mean, yeah, the Cubes all the way through because that first is my ego turned me all the way off. Like, okay, if that's the first single, that's supposed to be your
like your lead
your
one.
lead one that's going to track you to the rest of the album. Like that's
yeah, since if you drop that one and that's trying to lead all the people in to listen to
man.
it, then that's kind of a turn off.
Yeah, I wasn't interested after that.
Especially with the music video.
Yeah, I wasn't interested. Like, man, that's what we on. That's your best. That's your first single, huh? Yeah, I wasn't interested after that. Hip hop say "Last Dance" with Mary Jane featuring Tom Petty is a good song. Maybe I need to go back and listen to them because we listened to all of that and did not one of them move me. I'm talking about the production. Snoop was rapping. Snoop was rapping. You know what I'm saying? Snoop was doing his Snoop rap. You know, I would have liked to hear some maturity, but not rapping about the same thing he was rapping about when he was 20 years old, you know, in the 90s and shit. Like, yeah, but you know, he still can rap, but my issue was the beats. The production was you know, waste management to me. Was Thursday on Friday morning on the curb. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I just feel like it was like the same thing, like what he was rapping about. I guess.
Yeah, I heard one song that it started out waste management, the first beat, but then the beat changed into another beat, like after the first verse, and then that sounded kind of cool. But you lost me with I wouldn't wait for that first verse or that first beat to go to the second beat because so that just lost me because it didn't start with that banging beat. So I that might be pressure. That might be the one you talking about, Rockwell. But yeah, from what I heard, King Z, Mary Jane is probably the best song in my opinion. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. Gerald Coleman said waste management. It said waste management. He said Thursday morning or Friday morning. You know what I'm saying? Trash truck.
To be honest, like when I was listening to the album with you and stuff, it was just like none of the songs like attracted me and stuff. So I like forgot the beats and stuff because it's just like it just sounded like the same that as the other one in like not a good way to me.
Yeah.
And I just didn't really like it and stuff.
Hey, you hearing it from the youth. We ain't coach. I don't coach them or whatever. She the one asked me to listen to it, basically. RB, Snoop was spitting on Thank You, Hard Knocks, and Out the Blue. Yeah, but you know, we not buying a battle rap acapella. Like we don't want to hear acapellas. So as good as anybody is spitting, you advertise this to be a Dr. Dre, super producer Dr. Dre produced this whole album. So you know, we want to hear hits. We want to hear something that's going to revitalize the streets or revitalize the club like Kendrick doing.
Like we want to hear something that's like life changers.
Yeah. Like K-Dot, right? Or even like Drake. I ain't talking about Drake's battle songs. Them was trash, but Drake's hit songs, his regular songs, like with hits.
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah, those is fire. So Dr. Dre, you know, taking all this time, taking 30 years to put out a song, put out an album and this and that. And then you finally put this out.
Dude, that's not a good look.
That's not a good look at all.
And I think I remember one of the songs. I don't think it was Out of the Blue, but it was something. I think it was Hard Knocks or something. Mm-hmm. And it was like he was trying to go in the pop genre.
Yeah.
And it was like that beat, and I didn't like it because he was like trying to make the beat like it was going to pop, but then he was rapping and stuff. But I didn't really know where he was trying to go with that.
Yeah, it was all pop. Like you don't have to try to
like slip into the
into a crossover type of sound. Just talk about something new. If you 50 years old, talk about 50-year-old stuff. You know, don't change genres and shit and try to
like slip in with the 15-year-olds.
Yeah. what's the song with him and 50 Cent and somebody else that they was rapping fast, like like trying to do they fast little flow.
Like gangster pose or something?
Gangster pose or
No,
something.
it was something.
Something where they all three rapping fast. Like, no, that's not how we rap, man. That's not how you rap. The children ain't falling for that, man. And we definitely don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Because you don't gotta like, because I understand, because he 50, like he 50 now or something.
50 something.
Yeah, 50 something. And then, but he's not 20 no more, so he can't be rapping about the same things in the 90s and stuff.
Right.
But you don't gotta like try so hard that you're trying to slip with the new generation.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. You trying hard to compete with Kendrick or something. To stop competing with these youth, man. Rap like you 50. Rap about 50-year-old stuff and the experience of a 50-year-old. You know, don't try to rap like these youngsters.
50, like you can rap about 50-year-old stuff and still make it and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like you don't gotta try so hard,
man. So that's already looking way desperate. But that's why the machine is that it promotes that. The machine, all of these little girls, these Glorillas and Sukihanas and Sexy Reds and Megan Thee Stallions, all these little raunchy, trashy rapping females, they all using Snoop and what's his name? Too Short, Ice Cube, Too Short, as they excuse for why they rap the way they rap. What Snoop and them did it, they made their millions and they made a whole career and claim to fame. So, to hear them still saying the B word, like you still talking about bees and fat asses and whatever, and money and shit.
You got like a wife and a daughter, and the daughter's grown up and stuff, so the damage already done. But like you trying to slip into the pop genre where like all the 20-year-olds or something is at, but you don't need to do that. You could just you can still make it and make it like you made it when you were like 20 and stuff, and talking about 50 stuff. Like you can, it's just not maturity. There's a lack of maturity.
11-year-old saying it's not maturity. Damn. 11-year-old saying it's not maturity. And to me, it sounds like a desperation. You desperate. It's like you trying to impress. This is what I think personally. It sounded like Snoop was trying to impress Dr. Dre. It's like you so caught up in the sponsors or the small hats, that made Dre a billionaire, that you're trying to impress Dre so Dre can turn you on to that billionaires club or something like that. That's what it sounds like to me. It's nothing that the masses of the people is feeling at all, unless it's masses of European white people or something that we don't know about. But as far as us, what we known for, nah, Snoop raps like he's saying raps, but the energy is like I'm trying to prove something. Like if you already a king and a vet, like man, you just kick back and just talk about whatever you're gonna talk about, how you gonna talk about it.
Because you're already a veteran and stuff in the rap industry, and you and you knew what you were doing in the 19s, I mean the 90s and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like act like you know it with the 50-year-old and stuff. Like you don't gotta talk about the same stuff. Like he's talking about the same stuff that he was when he was 20 and stuff, when he was still, like still growing in maturity and stuff. But now it's like you're just stuck in the same point.
Man, they say hip hop says Snoop also has a song featuring Sting from the Police. That's good too. What's good about it? Like, so we know that the sound quality is good, meaning it sounds clean. We're not talking about does the production sound clean? Do it sound like a hit? Nothing is a hit. Nothing is original. Nothing is a hit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing bumps that just moves your street, your ghetto black soul to, to want to, turn it up. Or not to me. I just hear a lot of both of them is trying to prove something or trying to uphold or continue to hold up a image or a title that they don't hold no more.
Yeah, because you trying too hard. Like you don't, because you just, I don't even know how to explain it, because I said all the stuff, but like y'all in your 50s and stuff now, And y'all gotta y'all don't have to prove nothing because y'all held that title and stuff, and y'all can just keep rapping like y'all a veteran in it because y'all know like and stuff. But y'all can just do that with the 50-year-old and stuff. Man. Y'all gotta slip it to the teenage.
Yeah, of course.
Are we still talking about the same subject?
Which one?
The one where it was like he's in his 50s.
Yeah.
You don't need to be embarrassed because like you're like in your 50s and you want to still be like young and you want to make like young music because you miss the olden days.
Yeah, or you already was running the olden days, so you know you got to just be able to bow out gracefully and retire your jersey and let the youngsters, you know, take it from there or whatever. But if you know, trying to compete with the youngsters, like this is like an old person like Muhammad Ali trying to come back and fight a young heavyweight. That's just
like Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Well, Mike Tyson is with the Jake Paul. Yeah, exactly. Propaganda says, I think Cam burnt bridges by talking down on people instead of picking up the phone. Burnt bridges. Hop on here with me, propaganda. Yeah, we got us one. Propaganda. Let's see if you a bot or a troll or if you want to man up, because that's an excellent subject. That's an excellent subject that I agree should be talked about. Now, do you have the heart to show your face like I'm showing my face and showing my daughter's faces and voices and all of that? Hop on here with me, propaganda. Let's talk about that. Let's elaborate on that. It says, I think Cam burnt bridges by talking down on people instead of picking up the phone and talking like men. That's like I'm asking you to do right now. I think the brother is hurting financially and made a bad decision. Man, how about hop on here? And then you saying, I think Cam is doing this type of content for the algorithms and is willing to burn relationships. I think that if you don't show up in 3 minutes,
you're getting blocked.
You're going to be in the upside down.
You're going to be in the sunken place.
In the sunken place. You ever seen Stranger Things with Elle, with 11? That's what I think. I think that if you don't get on here with me and, you know, be a good sport and let us see what it's called. The demigod. You know what I'm saying?
The demigod gonna get you.
Demigod is gonna be at you. The YouTube demigod is gonna be at you. Propaganda are FYI are disappointed in you. You got me confused.
So for your information, are disappointed in you?
Yeah, you got me confused with somebody that cares about somebody being disappointed in me. Do you hear these beautiful voices, these little angels right here? As long as they're not disappointed in me, propaganda, then I'm super straight. I'm more wealthy and happy and healthy and blessed than your favorite rappers who you worshiping because they got money. I intentionally burnt bridges. Yes, I intentionally burnt bridges because I don't want no connection with, you know, with people that don't value this. So you got what, 2 minutes? It's 2-minute warnings
before the demigod come get you.
For the demigod or whatever that is called. What is it called? Vacna. Yeah, Vacna. Vacna. All right, well, this is gonna be your last time, you know, anybody seeing you, bro. So you may, or sis, or whatever you are.
You just come on live. Like I just
look at him, man. 11-year-old, 8-year-old is calling you out, man.
I just want to hear your voice. I just want to see. You don't even need to put your face on. You can like cover your face with the thing.
Right.
I just want to hear your voice.
Man, my 8-year-old daughter said you ain't even gotta show your face. You just get on here so we can hear your voice.
Like we put it easy on you, bro.
They trying to go easy on you.
Pressure. Well, it's past that point now. He's
the hold down, Illmatic. Don't rent her yet. Or I think that's a female. Your career didn't do what you expected, so
That has nothing to do with that propaganda.
Damn.
What do you even?
So yeah, just all right, we can get rid of you then. I know you ain't gonna show up now. That's why you still typing. But thank you for the energy. We love them kind of energy. So.
Do you have any last words, propaganda?
Any last words, propaganda, before you see the sunken place? The upside down.
Upside down. Before you see Billy in a coma.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Come on, propaganda. What's your real name? Propaganda. We know that's a bot troll name to begin with. So if anybody even trace down or follow your thumbnail, you tripping. Gotta be clean TV. Real musicians and artists never stop doing music. Some grow, some don't. But nowadays, hip hop seems to be going backwards. The older hip hop gets, the younger it. The older hip hop gets, the younger it acts. Now, I wouldn't say it's hip hop. It's Satan controlled rap. It's not hip hop. It's the thing that Satan has captured and controlled, and they call it hip hop. Real hip hop, or real rap, people is doing it every day, and they're never going to get on mainstream radio or platform because it's too authentic, it's too real, and it's probably exposing these fake commercial guys. But ain't it funny? Like people think that they hurt you by saying that your career, your rap career, or your money or something like
why would I care? Because I already got a family that makes me wealthy. Like,
say that again.
Because I already got a family and that makes me the richest person in the world. And you cared about the bag and stuff that most of y'all worried about.
11-year-old girl, 11-year-old little black girl that happens to be my daughter is clowning you with the real definition of success, the real definition of wealth. Wow. You worship the dollar, huh? Wow.
Because who cares if your music career didn't work out or something?
Because my music career did work out. That's how y'all got here. It worked out to attract your mama. That's what shit. And produce a blessed family. So it very much worked out. So what is your definition of success? Propaganda? Or anybody else? Man, what's the point of having money if you ain't got no loved one? You ain't got no family to share it with, to spend it on.
What's the point? Like if you trying to buy mansions and stuff, but nobody living in it besides you, and you got all this cash and you try to spend it on cars that only you gonna use.
Right.
What is the point? What is the point? Because money don't buy happiness. It may buy it for a little while of time, but that's limited, definitely. You need a family and stuff to actually make that happiness permanent. Because you wanna be able, you don't want to be lonely and stuff. You don't.
You don't want to be, but you are. It's proof that you over here miserable, making miserable comments while you hear this heavenly giggles and laughs and security and love and peace. Like, damn, man, that's why I even do this. I had to balance it because goofballs like dude or that female, whoever that was, they see the warfare side of me because I'm constantly for the last 35 years attacking the enemy. So I'm a warrior, but you need to be able to see the other side of a warrior. My life is very balanced. You know what I'm saying? My life is very blessed and balanced. So all I'm gonna let you see is the frown side and me getting at your real enemy or whatever. Just like if you look at a fireman or whatever, all you seeing in him is fighting fires. You don't know what he do when he at home. You don't know the cool water. His life ain't all firefighting and shit. But losers gonna lose, right? Right. Ninjas gonna ninja. But that's why I have them on here to even show that other side, because I've learned that when you fishing, you got to use bait. You got to, What I have is relationship goals, life goals. The people that you idolize are miserable. If you idolize dudes or females because they got money or because they got fame, they're miserable. They're freaks. They're Diddy freak offs. They're drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? They on self-deletion watch. They're sick. They're ill. They don't have no friend. They don't have no love in their life. Their children don't respect them. They spouses cheating on them. All kind of shit. It's just a lose-lose.
It's just not worth it for you just to it's just not the type of life you want to be living like that.
Man. But if you don't have what I have, then you don't even know. You know. You don't even have nothing to compare it to. So I've been where you was at, and I've been where I'm at now. So I'm experienced in both sides of both types of life. So you've never, you talking about my career or whoever. Like, my career was super successful. I had your favorite rappers in my back pocket. I left them. They didn't leave me. Just like dude said, yeah, I burnt the bridges on purpose and asked them why I burnt the bridges. Y'all won't never question them. Whoever it is, Cube, Snoop, Dre, whoever, ask them about me. You won't do that. And if you do that, they'll never answer you. I bet you they'll never answer you. So I don't press them. They don't press me. But y'all goofies, y'all want to press me. So then I'll start smashing your idols for you. And then you complain like, oh, you always talking down on us. Shut up, you weirdo.
Like y'all always in the comments like, well, like not y'all, but all the other people that be haters and stuff, they'll be like, y'all always talking down on Ice Cube because you want some of that money. You want some of that bag.
Want some of that money.
And you're so mad that your rap career didn't work out, man.
Damn, a rap career. So the career, career is dependent on Satan. The music industry, if the entertainment industry is owned and controlled by Satan, and my rap career and my entertainment career, it didn't work, that means I'm successful. Because if they're supporting me, then I must be going along with their program, right? Tell me what. Well, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna put nobody on blast. So Kendrick is the one breaking that mold. Kendrick is the one breaking that mold. So I just leave it alone because I ain't trying to blow up none of my other peers. But I like to put goofballs on blast, but of course they'll never show up. But it's good content. It gives us something to talk about because, I'm speaking from experience. I'm your favorite rapper's vet. I'm your favorite rapper's vet. You know what I'm saying? Kingdom United, salute, peace from Connecticut Kingdom. Man, thank you for the super chat, Big King. That's Tone. That's our brother, our brethren, our God brethren, Big Tone. Big Hard Tone and Big Hard. Man, girl dad. He said, I'm a girl dad. I know what it is. That's the greatest wealth. That's the greatest wealth, especially if you still good with the girl dad's mom. I'm a husband, so me and her mother is married. You know what I mean? This is life goals. This is not just relationship goals. This is life goals for a man and a woman and for children. Let me see what your money and fame can buy this. Let me see if your idols, whatever, can equal this, can match this.
I don't think you can buy this.
I don't either. I know a lot of dudes and a lot of females that wanted me to smash and would have loved to be in my wife's place, but I didn't choose them. They chose me. I didn't choose them. So y'all speaking from the outside looking in. I'm speaking from the inside and out. Your favorite celebrities, looked up to me, was influenced, inspired, or protected by me, you know what I'm saying, by God's permission. And your favorite female actresses, R&B singers, athletes of my age was trying to get with me. And I didn't get with them because I didn't mess with celebrities. I knew better. I knew better not to mess with celebrity females. But they was on me. You know what I'm saying? Cold business out here for y'all. Happy camper salute. Blessings to you. Peace zone is on. It's always going to be an internet troll speaking against you. But, oh yeah, that's what we love though. That's what we love. That's what we want. He was correct, or she or whatever. We was looking for that algorithm type content. We love that energy. And I love calling them out and they never show up. So then they got to go back to their miserable little bathroom, a little dirty black bathroom mirror and look at themselves. Like, damn. I created a whole fake dummy YouTube page just so I can get on there with him, and he did a mental judo on me. I pushed and he pulled, and I didn't want to show up. So that's how that works. As the fair common sense, Cam's career worked out. I got the CDs to prove it. Like the cold part is my career is raising the dead, raising my people, raising a dead nation, mentally dead nation of descendants of slaves, black descendants of slaves, and Native American, indigenous Mexicans by the thousands. So I was able to do it by the millions. That's my career. My career is a 5% poor righteous teacher, Muslim, NOI Muslim. My career is not a rapper. I just was blessed to know how to rap and do that mission, with my rap talent. That's my career. I work for the Messiah. I work for Allah and his Mahdi and his Messiah. That's my career. You didn't know that? You ain't heard all my raps, what I rap about? You ain't heard some of the people got their ass beat by KAM physically because of, them infecting and poisoning our people's minds? You ain't heard that part, huh? Maybe that's why people don't want to say nothing against me. Because they know I'm a part of an army. Not a troll army. Not a Twitter army. Not a YouTube army. Not a social media army. Yep. Rise Radio, shalom. Michael Love, what it do? Salute. Peace to everybody. Peace Zone is on. My brother, the big homie, always speak highly of you, man. Likewise. It's all love, all respect. All respect. I mean, the music is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that was able to get through and inspire whoever it inspire, that's a blessing. But I'm still here making war with the real beast. So whatever happened yesterday, if it's still, positively affecting people today, that's a blessing. But I'm speaking live with y'all. I be live. This ain't no pre-recording. I'm hands-on. Make myself available every day that God give me a day to make myself available. So it should be entertaining. I want it to be entertaining. That's why I love YouTube. I love social media or the idea, because YouTube owners is, them people. But that's why I love the fact that Trump is back, in office, and he about to go to war against censorship and cancel culture and social media and all that, because he was a victim of it. So we'll see if, because I just seen him on a press conference today. You seen that long press conference. We talking about all kind of stuff, but he talking about the little Japanese multi-billionaire dude that's investing a certain amount of billions in America, small businesses and all of that. So dude is about his bag. So, we only got a small few days, you know what I'm saying, couple of years or whatever before this whole country crash and fall. So while Trump is here, because I believe he's going to be used to crash America. America, I believe, is going to fall under his presidency. So I'm not saying that he's going to save the nation. No, he's going to be, I think, the one that's, that the Pharaoh that's going to take Egypt down, but it's going to benefit the children of Israel. It's going to benefit us, if y'all know the prophecy. So that's why I prayed for him to be the president, because I recognized him as Pharaoh. I recognize the time that we living in. I recognize who we are as the real children of, the chosen people of God, these 400-year descendants of slaves. So I don't care how people feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how nobody feel. I care about what I know and what I understand. And whether you understand it or not, that's on you. Happy camper, salute. Brant X Dixon, have you ever thought about doing a song with K Dot? I think that would be fire. Yeah, I thought about it. We'll see. We'll see. A praying cowboy fact, the scapegoat show. Cote, the YouTube owners are the enemy of Black and Indigenous people. Absolutely. But we still got to use, we got to use them like they're using us. Big Jazzy, they got my brethren, my OG. I think that's Jazzy. That's my manager. You still my manager, even though I ain't gave you no music to manage. They didn't cancel Culture Me So Cold. That's why I'm on here. And I love it. So anybody that hasn't been canceled, then you ain't really making war with the beast. Shit. If you ain't been canceled, if you ain't been whiteballed, then you ain't making no war with the beast. You ain't a threat. So, Big Jazzy, salute, good to see you. And we are the chosen people. Man. So hopefully this is entertaining. This ain't no rap. I'm not rapping to you to a beat. I'm rapping to you like the real definition of the word. Let me rap to you. I'm rapping to you every night, every weekday at 10 p.m. East Coast time and 7 p.m. West Coast time. Big Zedric, salute. Big Zed, walaikum salam, my brother. Peace to you and the fam. Yeah. What's some subjects? Did y'all see the Trump speech and some of the stuff he talked about? The drone situation, how he said that the government knows exactly what they are and who they are, but they're just not telling the American people. I'll say it again, they are not aliens. None of the stuff that you ever gonna see in the sky is aliens. It's either the devil or it's God's. It's either the original people, meaning Elijah Muhammad's people, or it's Satan's people who was able to reverse engineer some of the craft that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad or Master Father, his teacher, sent down. Roswell, the so-called crash UFOs, any so-called crash UFOs, that was Master Fard Muhammad sending that down to the white world. The governments of America, governments of Europe, governments of Russia, to give them a boost in their technology. And they even admit it. That's where they got fiber optics and integrated circuits and microchips and Velcro and all kind of other little stuff. Now, the thing that they've been cracking now is the anti-gravity, the propulsion, of how, they ain't figured that out though. They haven't figured that out. They lying to you, acting like they have. Big Zed, thank you, Big Zed. Got that? You got your Cash App. Motel Hotel 7. Campaign Trail Hotel 7. Keeping the lights on. Thank you, Big Bro Zed. Bro, I thank Allah for you as you were one of my lieutenants when I first fell in, and you taught me more than you know, man. That's by Allah's permission, Big Brant. Yeah, Compton was, it had to be Compton. Mosque number 54. But yeah, we still here, man, by Allah's permission. We might not be in a particular mosque, but this is not the mosque of Islam. This is the nation. So every Black and indigenous person that's born is born a natural member of the nation of God or nation of Islam, which just mean it's just an Arabic word that means submission. That means peace through submission. It means mathematics. It means truth. It is not a religion. Islam is not a religion. Islam did not start with Prophet Muhammad 1400 years ago. Peace and blessings of Allah be with him, upon him. Nafisa, salute. There go your sis. 11:11. Yep, that's when I started this evening. I went on 11:11 on East Coast time. So that's interesting that you tuned in on that. Couldn't help myself but to ask, propaganda, how can you attempt but you surely didn't succeed to insult or degrade a godly man in front of his little gods. Gut wrenching. Nah, don't. You ain't gotta. You're supposed to rejoice if you understood your brother over here or your little sisters over here. Nah, we love that. We love that. We know exactly what to do with that fertilizer. That BS grows our crops. All the BS, no matter what it is, their trash is our treasure. We know how to make compost. We know how to make fertilizer out of any BS. That's what we do. But thank you, Nafisa, because you don't never give us BS. You actually give us organic, holy soil, and we're gonna put they BS on it to help grow our crops on this new garden. So thank you, Nafisa, as always. And salute to the king, salute to your husband. Give him my respect, and his little sisters give y'all both love and greetings and respect. Keeping them lights on, Zedric. Yep. I gotta be clean. Where you at? I missed something. Add me. Yeah. It's not restricted. Gotta be clean. Just all you gotta do is just hit the link and it'll guide you to here. Here's the link again. Anybody, it ain't, anybody want to get on and promote your business. If you got a business, you got some online brick and mortar, something that you want us to know about or to patronize.
We're willing to promote it.
Yeah, we here and we'll promote it for free. That's the least that we can do for y'all paying us. Y'all pay us attention. Y'all pay us respect. So help us help you, Luda. You know what I'm saying? Help us to get our people to send money your way. So no charge, no nothing. You ain't got to have no debate. You ain't got to agree with me or nothing. You can disagree with me 1,000%, but still promote your business over here. You can get online or you can type it in the chat and I'll read it if you don't want to get online. Got to be clean. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I see you, but I can't hear you. And your mic is unmuted, so you should be good. I don't know what's going on. It's muted now, but you can hit the mic icon again and unmute it. Try to say something now. Yeah, still no sound. I hope that's not me. Is that me? That's not me. So we know your camera worked very well. So something going on with your mic. You hit mute again. So that's unmuted. All right. Well, I'm gonna just take you off and then just come right back on and see if it'll do it again. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, okay. We got a little time. We got 25 minutes. 25 minutes left before we get into what was we watching? Not Stranger Things, but some Disney foolishness. Yeah, we be studying the Disney rainbow foolishness, the Disney Satanery that they putting in all these Disney TV shows and movies and films. Like it's cold blooded. Disney is cold. That's a cold Satan right there. 1, 2, say something. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I can't hear. Maybe is it me? I hope it ain't me.
Is your
no, not to that. Yeah, it wouldn't be that. Yeah. See, yeah, I don't know what's going on. You got any you got a mic or something or? Yeah, because I can't hear nothing you say, and the mic is not. Your mic is clear, so it's supposed to be coming through. You hit your volume, turn your volume up, or is it on mute? Is your computer or laptop on mute? Or the mic on there is not assigned? Well, yeah. Let me. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna keep you backstage, but let me see if somebody else hop on with me and test the mic. Make sure it's not my mic. So I'll be right back. I gotta be. Black Bandana, 3400. That Jack Black movie that's out. I ain't up on that. Oh, that's the Disney movie. Yeah, I ain't seen that one. Every Disney movie that you gonna see in TV show gonna be so full of rainbow PDF file type activity, or it's gonna be rainbowed out the game. I'm talking about the children. What's this zombie little movie thing we watching?
It's called Zombies.
Zombies, that's what it's called. Oh man. And they just lumping all of stereotypes together, like zombies is like ninjas and they ghetto, and then the rainbows is in the same crew with the same category with the zombies with the ninjas, like, and now they got the werewolves and shit. Oh man, it's cold, boy.
And the choreography is terrible.
Oh Lord. Yeah, it's cringe. It's Darren's dance move cringe.
Like, let me like a pom-pom.
They trying to do all the little black move, dance move. It's terrible, man. Shit terrible. Man. Nah, still no sound. Still no sound. Caliph, I try to watch Star Wars. Hold on. Marlon, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. Gotta turn the lights on there.
Yeah, so there you see, gotta be clean. The mic work. It ain't my mic because Marlon loud and clear. It's super clear.
Yeah, peace, guys.
Peace to you, God, man. What's your thoughts, man, on I ain't got really no subject or no topic, but based on what you heard.
I just like I posted, I watched that Jack Black movie.
Oh yes,
My old lady was watching that. It's called I don't know what it is. God, this Christmas, it's some Christmas stuff, bro. I don't really get into it, but yeah. And it was like some jinn stuff. He thought he found Santa Claus, but Jack Black was like really a jinn or a demon or something.
Yeah.
So he gave the boy 3 wishes. And it was just so much crazy stuff in there. The little Asian child in there, but they had her dolled up. She had lipstick and everything on.
Yeah, that's
the little love interest. Yeah. And then they
Aladdin movie.
So they had the little black boy. And I don't care about no spoilers. It's bullshit. You should be watching anyway.
Right.
But the little black boy had some big teeth, and he didn't want big teeth no more. So the white boy changed his teeth, but they kept calling him a stud. You're a stud. I'm like, you really even know what that means?
Right.
And my girl wasn't even getting it. She's like, what that mean? That just mean you're a horse is a stud. A bull is a stud. Yeah. Niggas was studs. Yeah. Like it was all kind of that shit. And then they end up to where the kids end up knowing it wasn't Santa Claus and it was really Satan. I was like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. So I called my daughter immediately like, hey, it's this movie out. She was like, I don't want to see that. Because I don't want grandkids. I got 4 grandkids. 3 of them daughters. You know, like and a boy. Like, nah, I don't want that goofy shit. Yeah. And she's up on that type of shit with like just what the world is doing right now.
Yeah.
The world is doing some crazy shit.
I mean,
and all of that has been in our face. It's been in our face with the stuff that's in the news now. I ain't gonna say nobody's names and shit. You know what I mean? But the shit that's in the news, they've been fucking on young girls. Excuse me.
Let me. I gotta have you watch your language.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. But yeah, they've been on this. I'm sorry about for your daughter being in there, brother. But yeah, they've been on this time, brother, and it's been in our face.
Oh
So
yeah.
that made me want to go back and look at the other Jack Black movies. Like, what else has been in our face that we ain't seen? Because my kids used to watch these movies. My
And
kids used to watch
they
these
make them
movies.
so attractive. They got behavioral science.
Yeah.
They got the behavioral science. They know what children is attracted to. They know the sounds and the musical instruments and the colors, the bright colors and all that. The subject matter.
Social
Yeah,
social experiment at its highest.
yeah,
Highest. One thing I do notice about more of the newer programs, they make being smart aleck okay.
yeah.
Like
Rebelling.
kids being smart
Against
mouths.
rebelling against their natural
Uh,
authority. They don't want you. They don't want
children,
you respecting elders.
children talking like adults talk.
Hmm.
Now, when we was kids amongst ourselves, we did use some of that loose talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah,
But they make it so common to use it around adults, and it's a programming. That's why they call it a television program,
yeah.
and it is a program. And even with the music, when Tupac caught that case, they try to say back in the day, he was listening to Tupac, and that what made him smoke the police or whatever. You know what I mean? Uh, I was like, yeah, nah, that was a reach and whatnot. Not saying that the music that we listen to that we was knowingly programming our people, or even that people know now, but it is a programming, bro. It makes a difference what we put into ourselves.
Absolutely. Big
I
Tone, you
believe
there?
that.
Tone.
Yeah,
Peace, bro. What's your thoughts on that?
on the programming.
Or just or that or whatever, what you've been listening to so far.
It's a lot, it's been a lot of different, you spoke on a lot of different things. I was just, tapping in.
Oh,
Um,
is there any one particular thing that you wanted to speak on?
yeah, the you were just talking about uh the censorship. I thought was really important with
Trump.
DT being back in office soon when he goes for the inauguration. See, what people don't understand about that inauguration is when you do the deep research on that ceremony and that gathering, because you had Cornell West was really mad he didn't get invited when Obama got inaugurated. He was complaining that he campaigned for this guy to get in office, but he didn't get an invite. But Jay-Z was at that inauguration. And what that is that there's two things taking place. Now, in the public, you see a president basically swearing oath to a public service as a commander in chief of the United States of America. However, there's also another ceremony. Like the presidents also can pick which, Bible, like Obama, when he was sworn in, he used the Lincoln Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that has significance. I can't, break all of that down, Cam, right now, my brother. But I was really, what caught my ear was the censorship with DT coming back in inauguration. And I just throwing a lot of little things out there for people to do their own research about what also takes place during a presidential inauguration, ceremonial wise, regarding rituals, specifically something to do with the raising of a certain deity when they invoke certain things when they do that inauguration and gather energies. A lot of people are not aware of what the foundation of America was. Two things going on. this is stolen land. Okay, this is stolen land. So when the United States was formed, that was something that was creating the United States outside of a republic, because the United States was originally a republic that rebelled against England, that gave its charter for the 13 colonies. Now, when you got Trump coming back, he is like playing on that. He's playing on that type of energy, you know, about bringing back a republic. So a lot of people don't understand what, you know, make America great again. When was America great? It wasn't. It never was, because America's founded on free slave labor of our people. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be great. You have 500 years of free slavery, but that's a fulfillment of divine prophecy.
Right. I don't think, you know, great don't mean good. If you got the Great Depression or the you know, great earthquake or the great Satan, I don't mean it's good.
Right.
It just means
Right.
it's
Yo,
big.
It
Kim,
sound like
I love
it
your
sound like
commentary. You know what you was talking about, the, you know, the things we seeing in the sky, and what he was saying. You said it's either gonna be them, or it's gonna be, it's
Yeah.
gonna be reverse engineering, or it's gonna
Right.
be God. Because
Right.
I was given a revelation about that. I saw their machinery. I was given a revelation. I don't play with no talk. I
Right.
was given a revelation, and what it looks like, it looked literally like a 5-pointed star that's inverted and is matte black, and it got a blue light sitting at the top. I was given that revelation.
I don't understand why we ain't got no clear pictures of what we're seeing.
I
These
seen it.
cameras are magnificent.
Right.
I would like to see an iPhone 24, whatever the iPhone is, because my kids always play on me about my camera.
Right.
I'm not an iPhone guy. I
I'm an
don't pay no
Android.
$1,000 for my phone.
I don't care about.
Why is everything I see with them blurry?
I don't care about.
That's the number one. I think if it was Big Bro, if it was the master, we
Yeah,
gonna see it. I think we gonna see it,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be undeniable.
I
If it
love
was
that.
Master Farah Muhammad, I think we would see it.
I love that
It ain't
talk.
gonna be. It ain't gonna be blurry.
Oh,
Yeah,
We gonna
the book
see it.
say that. The book say that every eye shall behold him. Like it ain't gonna be
And
no
so
right,
secret.
that's what I feel. That's just
right.
my personal thing. I think it's gonna be, and you got to think about a half a mile by half a mile is big,
Mm-hmm.
but a half mile by half a mile, you're not going to see it if it's over LA.
Right.
In Indianapolis, I'm not going to see it.
But
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna see it if it's on TV.
But if it's on TV and everybody gonna say, and it's not gonna be blurry. That's
No.
what I feel.
Yeah.
Right, right,
So
right.
that's why I said I think they got us. They on some shenanigans.
Yeah,
They
yes, sir.
definitely.
Stop
I
them.
agree.
Stop the malarkey.
Yeah,
We ain't going. We ain't going for the.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yup. You on
Yeah.
Nah.
point.
If it's real, if it's really us though, brother Cam, I know what I believe. Now we gonna see it. It's gonna be undeniable. It ain't gonna be blurry.
Yeah.
Right,
And they, and they
I think
and they
this is some
show up for a
fugazi
reason.
they doing.
Yeah,
right.
And I
they
think
show
this
up,
is
they
some
not
more
gonna show up to take
I be
pictures. They
telling
gonna
my
show up to
mama,
do something.
right? I think I be telling my mama the country probably already gone and we don't even know it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably already gone. How we got Donald Trump?
Right. Well,
How
he
we
gonna make sure it's gone.
You know one thing? Yo, I'm gonna throw
that
something in the
part?
air that people don't know too. You know that movie, Back to the Future?
Yeah.
What's his name? Michael J. Fox, right?
Marty
Now,
McFly.
yeah, yo, Kim, remember the character that have like his arch nemesis that he had beef with?
Mm-hmm.
Well, his name was Biff.
Right.
Now you know that the director said that Biff character was based on Donald Trump.
No, I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't. I know little weird stuff like that. That's why, like, I'm into cracking codes. You know what I'm saying? And God bless me with divine revelation, because that's what he do. If you got the heart for certain things. You can't. It's not something like it's not like war. Like when people talk this war, rumors of war, like the scriptures say, right, Cam?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, it ain't a war, and this is something I seen a dude who comes straight out the CIA said like the other day. I was watching something on YouTube, and I was like, "Wow, that's crazy," because I seen that. That was my revelation. Yo, listen, it ain't a war till you see them ships. When it's a real war, it starts on the waters. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what it is. It's like when the wars take place and the action really get the action, you're gonna see them ships move out.
Man.
It starts on the water.
Man.
So, I seen it. And I don't know which country camouflages their ships to match the water, but I seen it. These ships are so hot, they're like twice the size of cruise ships. These are ships you never seen like in your life. I seen it. They are huge. They are warships.
Well, we'll see soon, right? We'll see soon.
Oh, yeah.
Brother Kimmett, you there? Commit.
Some warships
Yeah.
coming.
Salute, Cam. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Peace. King was good with you.
Oh man, laying low like a gator. Just got off the plantation, man. Thought I'd chime in.
Man,
You know
you
what I
already
mean?
know. We love when you got comments and questions. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I appreciate that, man. Man, I love building and if I can give a little inspiration, a little aspiration, and a little information, I'm always down for it. But I was watching some. I heard a military expert, well, a drone expert. He was talking about the drones, and he was basically saying that, like the ones you see with like I guess like the red and blue, those are mostly like the military or the FFA or somebody like that. And he was saying that there's no real reason a lot of these drones should be up there unless they got like something they call thermal optics. If they got thermal optics in it, because other than that they can't see nothing. And he was saying that it seems like it's a bit more than what they telling us, which I kind of side with that.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, if it's green and red, FAA lights, that ain't no alien. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't seeing them fly erratically. Like you ain't, all these little drones, little footages that they showing is moving real slow and all that. Like you can shoot that down easily. So they not shooting it down on purpose. AD, you froze. Man, I don't know what they're doing with my little feed right here. Yeah, it's a whole lot going on. You there, brother Commit?
Oh yeah, I'm still here, Cam. I ain't know if one of the other. I had one on mute. I ain't know if one of the other brothers was about to speak.
There go Marlon back.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
Yeah. So, damn, what happened? I don't know what's going on, man. That ain't me. That's YouTube snatching people off the live. Salam Rubin, Big Rube in the building. Caliph. I think they slowly desensitizing us, then say they're going to have these drones everywhere for national security. I think it's a combination of things that they trying to prepare or trying to get out in front of what they know is going to be seen in the skies or what is being seen in the skies, and they trying to muddy the waters and confuse the people and make them think that it's all the same thing. So they seeing the real thing in the sky, so they got to send their own little drones out there to try to flood the sky and divert the people's attention. So I think it's a combination little play that they always try to deceive the public whenever God or God's people is manifesting themselves. So they try to do the same thing and steer it in a different direction. AD.
Hey, what's happening, man?
Yeah, that's real.
I hear y'all conversation, man. It sounds like a pretty good one, you know.
You know, you're welcome. We want to hear your input.
You know, the whole thing. I hear people they always talking about, we let Trump back in, but you know, us as black people, I guess we kind of blind to these gas prices and food prices and all these kind of things. You know, they've been in there for 4 years. He was in there with Clinton. He had experience to get in there and really take care of business because he already knew what was going on, right?
Who is
And
that?
look, the president that we have sitting in right now,
Oh,
you know, the
Biden.
one, yeah,
Yeah.
and Kamala and all the crew, right?
Uh-huh.
Now you look at the state of California, you know, with the homeless population, and you look
Uh-huh.
at people inviting immigrants in to suck up your social money, which is going to have an effect on Social Security and everything else. And you tell me, was that your friend that was sitting in his office that's inviting people to come give you competition for as working? And you know, anytime you bring in immigrants, what you do is you lower that you lower the workforce prices, right? Because they're gonna work for cheaper than a normal American would, right? And the thing that we need to be looking at is what position do we play? You know, like you guys, people talking about the republic. I heard them saying something about the republic. I want y'all to understand that democracy means the majority rule. Okay, a republic means the representative. You have a representative. So, you know, when your forefathers set up the republic for you guys, that's because we were lower in numbers. You understand what I'm saying? And
Who is who you talking to? White people?
I'm talking to us as you know, people that's listening to the show. You know, us black people.
No, you
You
said the
know, because a
republic
lot
was
of us
set up.
don't get it.
You said the republic was set up by who for who?
It was set up for us, black people.
Who was it set up by?
It was set up by the descendants of slaves, the people that fought their way out of slavery. Those were the people that started the Republican Party.
No, we said republic.
The Republic, right.
So we
A
started the
repu-
republic. The slaves started the Republic of America and the 13 colonies and all that.
no, we didn't start the 13 colonies. 13 colonies was established before slavery. That's when they first got here,
So
right?
that wasn't a republic.
You know, republic, what a republic is means representative government.
That's what I said. That
But-
wasn't a representative government.
Well, it probably was during that time. I would say I'm talking about the two different political parties that we're talking about. You know, at the time when they were colonists, they didn't have no need for all that. They probably were trying to learn how to survive and live in America before
You
they
said they
established the.
probably was trying to learn.
I
Like,
mean, you know, you know, you can pretty much imagine how it was. They were just getting here.
no, they was
A
fighting.
major,
They was fighting against each other, right?
they were fighting against each other. They was fighting against the Indians and all that kind of stuff. Which were a
Yeah.
lot of the
So
Indians are black people. You know, because black people
but
were
the
here when they got here.
13 colonies and then the 50 states didn't have nothing to do with black people.
Why it didn't have anything to do with black people here working?
Who set them up?
You know, who set them up? Well, the Indians helped set them up. You know, I mean, you know the history
Indians
about
set
them.
up the 13 colonies.
They were here when the 13 colonies got here and started getting established.
We're not saying who was here. Who set up the 13 colonies? Who colonized America? The Indians.
You know, the British colonized America when they was leaving from
Okay,
England.
why did you say it's the Indians?
I didn't say it was the Indians. I said that the Indians were here. You get me? But
No,
what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to explain about the republic. Republic means representative government. That means if you're lower in numbers,
Yeah, we already went over that. I understand that,
okay.
and
Right.
you know. So anyway, 2000 December 17th, December 8th, 16th, 2024. What is your position on things today?
My position on things today is that we got to get to ourselves together as black people to know what's going on. because obviously we as people are confused. You know, we don't know our history. We don't understand what side we should be on and why. We steady talking about Trump. It ain't really about Trump, but guess what? He's the only person right now that's really standing up for us as Americans, period. Because
You are American?
well, I'm here in America. Yeah, I'm an
That makes you an
American.
American. It's a lot of people that's here in America that are they Americans because they're here?
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, I'm black first, but I mean, I'm still considered as an American. I mean,
You
you're not
consider as
Jamaican.
American by who?
Well, by me being a citizen of America.
What makes you a citizen?
That I was born here and that there are certain rights and privileges that I have.
Well, you don't got no better rights than the immigrants that's coming over here illegally.
Well, that's if you fall for that. If you fall for that,
You just said that right now when you got on. You just said that illegal immigrants is coming over here, reducing the labor force, but they getting jobs that you can't get. They getting rights and benefits that we ain't getting. So what are you talking about?
Well, that's true to a certain extent. That's true to a certain extent. I mean, I can't argue with that.
What makes
that's
you a bigger citizen than them? What makes you a real American and they not?
One of the reasons is because guess what? Every day I go to work, my tax dollar.
They do too.
I know, but even before they came, my forefathers who worked here established it with tax dollars, income coming out their check to help build this country. That's important.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Your forefathers didn't pay with taxes. Your forefathers paid with blood. Your blood and sweat.
That's right. That too. Okay. Fighting in the Civil War. Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't establish this government.
Well, they helped
nothing. Black people have never ruled nothing in this white man's country.
Well, black people won't rule nothing if they don't understand the history and what side they should be on. Who fought for them and why did they fight for them? If you don't know that, what do you know?
So are you with God or are you with the Republican Party?
I'm with God.
So God said fight for the Republican Party. God said fight for the army of Pharaoh.
No, he didn't say fight for the army of Pharaoh. But
who are you with? Let's talk about that.
So, who am I with?
Yeah, I'm with you saying the Yahweh or the Most High, but then you saying the Republican Party. So you can't be with both.
Well, hold on a minute. If you read the Bible tells you to respect the government that you're under and do what the laws tell you.
Join. Respect don't mean join. Yeah, I respect Pharaoh. I don't join Pharaoh.
You know, Pharaoh was back in Egypt time. This is a little bit different now than Pharaoh. It's a little bit more complicated than this.
Hold on. Is the Bible a history book or is the Bible a prophecy book?
It's both of them. It's all the above.
What does Revelations 22:18 say it is?
Well, I mean, I don't know that. I mean, I don't know that exact scripture because I don't have a book.
It's a history book. Does anywhere in the Bible say that it's a history book?
Well, if you're reading and it's telling you the history about.
Listen, bro. Does the Bible say anywhere that it's a history book? Because it literally says that it's a prophecy book. You know the difference between history and prophecy, right?
Yeah, prophecy tells the future, right?
Right. So you can't say that this is a different time because it was talking about this time. You can't say
and it also
some history book.
It also tells you about the past, don't it?
What about the past? What do it say about the past?
It tells you a lot about the past. It starts from the beginning of Adam and Eve. It tells you it begins with that stuff.
We talk about how it got to do with us. Anything that's talking about the past still applies, right?
Yeah.
So why are you saying something was yesterday like it don't apply today?
It applies today.
I just asked that you said it don't mean that today.
It applies today though. You understand what I mean?
It don't mean that today.
That's not what I said there, bro. I'm trying to look. Let me say this. Just like say, it's all on the way we're looking at things. Just like when you talk about Adam, you talk about the apple, right? Or the fruit the forbidden fruit. The forbidden fruit that, she partook of. You know what I mean by that, right? But the thing about it was
the forbidden fruit today.
Right, but listen what I'm saying. But the thing is, we looking at the apple we should look at the fact that she made a deal behind her husband's back.
Okay, but that's
You
still
get what
going
I
on
mean?
today. That's still going on today. That is
Exactly.
so you said
Exactly.
it don't
That's still,
happen today like that.
now I'm saying exactly, and I'm agreeing with you. Then you're gonna turn around and tell me that
You're not agreeing with
I'm
me.
not saying
You're not
I'm
agreeing with me.
well, it's a history book. If you don't think it's a history book, I'm disagreeing with you on that because I feel like it's a history book also. It's about the past, the present, and the future.
So
Prophecies.
why do we need to read about the past?
Because if you don't know who your enemies are in the past and what they did to you in the past, you're gonna go into a world not even knowing who your enemies are. That's one of the big advantages that
So
the
then it's
Bible
a
gives us.
prophecy. So then
Huh?
the history part of it is for prophecy purposes, right?
It's also for prophecy purposes because
Why
once
do
it
I care
tells,
what's happening in the past?
because the things that happens in the past also happens in the future if you don't know
That
what's
means
going on,
prophecy. That means prophecy, right?
and that's all part of it.
So it's
Exactly.
not a history book, it's a prophecy book.
It's all the above, brother. You can't put nothing that big and that glorious into one little box like it's not that. It's all the above. It's a history book,
All
it's a present book, and it's a prophecy book. You have
right.
to
All right.
understand that too. You know what I'm saying?
So where's the proof of your understanding of the book?
Okay. I don't have a book that I can go over things with you, but we both know what the deal is on that, Cam. I mean, it ain't no sense in
I,
going to all that.
yeah, it is because I'm totally off. I'm lost because
The thing is
you start
understanding
talking
the
about that
position.
you're a Republican instead of a Christian or instead of a follower of God.
No, I'm just telling you,
Are you a follower of God or are you a follower of the Republican Party?
I'm a follower of God, man.
Then why you keep talking about the Republican Party?
No, I'm trying to explain to you the history of it starting by
I
your
don't care
people.
about the history of the Republican Party. I want to know about the history of God and my people and the future of my people. That ain't got nothing to do with the Republican or the Democratic Party, right?
Don't nothing happen under the sun without God's approval, okay? You understand that, right?
That ain't what I asked you.
What
That
are
ain't
you
what I
asking?
asked you.
Okay, but what are you asking me?
If you with God and you recognize yourself as one of the chosen people of God, a descendant of slaves, 400-year prophecy of the chosen people of God, then you ain't supposed to be participating in no Pharaoh Egyptian politics.
It doesn't say you don't supposed to participate. It don't
They
nowhere in the
absolutely
Bible.
do say that.
Where in the Bible does it tell you that you're not to participate in that?
Exodus. You know what Exodus mean?
Yes, I do know what Exodus
What does
means. When you're
Exodus
leaving,
mean? It
when you're
means stay
leaving
behind
somewhere.
and participate in politics.
No, when you're leaving something. I know what
Okay,
Exodus
well,
means.
what does that mean then? I mean, participating in Pharaoh and Egyptian politics?
So if you was to
Yes or
start your
no?
own,
Yes or no?
huh?
Yes or no? Does that mean that you're supposed to stay and participate in your former slave master's politics? Yes or no?
No, you don't.
Okay, then
No,
stop
you
talking
don't.
me about Republican Party then.
So,
I'm not
but
asking.
what if it's something that you started though? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. What if you started that? You saying something? If you started, you're not gonna participate in something that you started? That what you
No,
saying?
that because we didn't start that. If we started that, then
How you,
like
what you mean we didn't start that?
we started the republic. We started the United States
Uh,
Republic, 13
uh,
colonies.
no, it wasn't the 13 colonies, man. The
What is the
13
republic?
colonies
We
came.
started the Republic of America.
The black people did. Former slaves did. They started that.
We started the
Uh,
Republic of America.
The slaves started the Republican Party, man. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
So
If you look at
we started the we got enslaved, and you said earlier that the native indigenous
yeah,
helped colonize themselves.
they didn't help colonize themselves. You know how it
What,
was. They were
so the
fighting
Republic
wars
is not
throughout the.
colonization.
No, no, it's not
All right.
colonization. Do you understand what a republic mean? Do you know what republic mean? Do you know what republic means?
You know, I'm a king of the dictionary, so let me pull it up instead of me or you talking about
Yeah. Pull
what
it
it
up.
means. Yeah, that's what I'm
Pull it
doing.
up.
That's what I'm doing, bro.
And then pull up who started the Republican Party.
Hold on, bro.
It was former free slaves that started that party, man. What I'm telling you. That's what the Civil War was about.
We talking about what a republic is. So there's a
Yeah,
republic, a
it's
state
representative government.
in which supreme or executive power rests in the people via representatives chosen by citizens entitled to vote.
This is what I'm telling you. It's representative government. You get a representative to come represent you.
When did black
Democracy.
people get the right to vote?
They got the right to vote after the Civil War. You know, that's what the 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment was starting back. That was what
So
the black people
let me
did.
read republic again, bro. Be quiet. Listen to your brother. This is
Okay.
the definition, the etymology definition of republic. A
Okay.
state in which supreme or executive power rests in the people via or by way of representatives chosen by citizens entitled to vote. When did black people become entitled to vote?
Okay. Now do this.
Just answer the question.
When the Civil War was fought, was back in what, 1865 or something like that. Once Lincoln got in, they did the 13th, 14th, 15th
movement of the 60s about.
Well, the civil rights movement was about the right for women to vote.
So women ain't American citizens?
Yeah, but the thing is, they weren't exactly able to vote. So that was established. That was established then.
So when did black people get the right to vote in America? What year?
That also solidified them blacks
What
too, but
year-
black was already voting.
What
Black was
year did
already
black
voting.
people get the right to vote?
I told you, and after the Civil War,
What year?
and that was in 1865.
We
when
got
the
the right
Civil
to
War
vote in
started.
1865?
After they won, black people won the Civil War, man, and then we established the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. If you go to the 13th, 14th Amendment, it tells you they gave us the right to vote then.
Who gave us the right to vote?
The laws that was signed by Lincoln before he got assassinated.
Okay, hold on a second. It says, when did I'm on the History Channel? When did African Americans actually get the right to vote? And it says 1965. Like it was. We allegedly got the right to vote in. Hold on a second. The Voting Rights Act of 1965.
Mm-hmm. That was by Lane Johnson.
So how was we running voting if we just got the right to vote in 1965?
There was black people that was voting before that, bro. I mean, I'm just explaining.
What happened? What happened to that?
Black people and women, but black people still was voting before that.
Huh?
What happened to what? The voting in 60, 65, 67? Nothing happened to it.
What happened to leaving the stage because you keep on asking me questions? That's what happened to that. So that's what happened when you waste my time, bro, because I'm getting straight to it. Black Symphony Beats, Torah, one from among many thy brethren shall thou set king over thee, may not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Black Symphony Beats is quoting the Torah, saying that the law of God, we are not to set strangers over us. No voting, no republic, no Democrat, no nothing. That's what that says. AD, you want to address that? AD. AD, you still there? Okay, I'll remove you then. Commit, Tone.
Yeah, I'm still here. Well, I was always told democracy was organized hypocrisy. You know, that's what I stand on that one. But I wanted to go back to what I don't know if you heard. I heard some of what Donald Trump was talking about pertaining to the drones and things like that. And to me, it was interesting that he said that it seems like he calling out the once again. It's like he calling out the government, saying like the government. I don't know. He was like, I don't know why. Well, basically, he was like, I don't know why the government is keeping American people in suspense. You know, like basically, to me, he was calling out the government.
He
He
do
always
know.
do.
Yeah, that's rhetorical. He do know why. He do know why. So we just got to see what he gonna do once he get in there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what I said. I know he kind of playing both sides to the middle, but at the same time, I was like, for him to just say like he don't know why the government. I guess he was trying to blame it on Joe Biden. You know,
Right. I mean, and that's what we want to see. That's why, you know, I prayed for him to be in office so he can resume his war against his big brothers, against, you know, Satan casting out Satan. Because we're gonna see a whole lot of rolling over. We're gonna see a whole lot of exposing of each other. And you know, that their mindset is if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. If you're gonna try to take me out, I'm gonna try to take you out. So they already drew first blood on Trump, figuratively and literally. So he like, okay, you know, it's all the way on. So we gotta just sit back, get our popcorn, get out the way, and let them do what they do.
hey, that's a fact, man. That's why I'm glad he in there too. So, you know, I want to see what cards get played and how things turn out. You know, because we definitely see Satan casting out Satan, and we know how that verse end. How can this kingdom stand? So you know,
Yeah. And it's a bigger power and influence over them both that they can't keep the same mafia type code of silence. You know what I'm saying? Like in the mafia, if you trying to knock off this family and this crime family trying to knock off this family, you know, they still keep that no snitching code. But once it's, you know, it's a God and God's people, you know what I'm saying, that's awake and that's regulating the thing, then, you know, they can't just war with each other without us seeing it. Now they war with each other is the what they accomplishing is trying to expose each other to us, to make us outraged at them. So the small hats tried to do that to Trump to try to expose him and make us, the children of, you know, the people of God and the population outraged at Trump, so we can go you know, get with him and handle him. So since he see that's how we playing and that's what time it is, then all bets is off, and we about to see the most ugly, trashy, the most you know, under the belt, hidden below the belt. We finna see all the little Satan, you know, tricks that was ever played on us. They finna be played against each other.
yeah, most definitely, man. It's definitely a beautiful thing to see. You know, definitely a beautiful thing to see, man. Oh, but the brother may be back. I'm gonna fall.
Yeah. AD. So Black Symphony Beats, you know, brought up the Old Testament scriptures that say
Right.
we are not to set no strangers over us to
That's
rule us.
right. That's right. That's true. That's in the Bible. You're
So
supposed to vote for.
why are
Yeah,
you
go
pushing Republican
on.
Party in the
Okay.
American system?
Okay. Now you looked up something, right? When you looked up something when I was here last time, look up what party did black people start.
I don't care
Look
if you
up what.
started it or not. He just
I'm
said,
just.
look at what's on the screen.
Yeah.
You shall not set a king over you. So if you're
That's true.
setting up a party that they're going to be the ruler or the king of, then that's going directly against the scriptures, right? You don't set up no governance system for your slave master to be a part of.
The over you, right? But this is what I'm trying. Okay. Now,
not over you, not to even be a part of. Period.
right, but look, these parties dictate what type of money we get paid, what laws
Yeah,
get
that's you.
passed.
That means you playing for the money. I'm playing for God. I'm with God. So that's
Yeah,
why
yeah, I
that's
understand
why
that.
the Exodus. That's why the people went out with Moses and Aaron, and they left their money behind. They left all their luxuries and all the stuff that they was familiar with, and then they start murmuring against God and against Moses because it was hot and they was poor and they had manna and quail. They only had barely enough to eat for one day for 40 years, and then they started cursing the God and cursing the messenger of God because they didn't have the money and all the stuff that you talking about.
Right. Would you leave your bank account behind right now?
Absolutely. I already did that. I already
So you
did
don't
that
have
for the last 30 years.
so what you pay your bills with?
My money that I make for myself.
Okay, so you make money, right? The thing about it is that we're in a system to where they write policies that directly affects our lives, man. So we have to
What
understand
that got to do with what you just
it.
asked me?
Right. But I'm asked you,
I left it behind. And so how am I able to feed my family?
I
I
you
didn't vote.
feed
I never voted in my life. Why am I able to be successful enough to feed my family and have a roof over their head?
I understand that sentiment.
Why you
And there's
bring it
nothing
up?
wrong. No, because you brought it. It's nothing wrong with what you're doing, but what I'm trying to
You just asked me a personal question, though, right?
right.
Yeah, I left. I Exodus 30 years ago. What about you?
Okay. Well,
Why you still holding on to Pharaoh when God said, "Let my people go," but you ain't let them go?
well, I have to participate in this world. I got to work or
No, you don't.
earn money.
If you say so, that means you got to take that Fauci jab too, right?
Yeah. Well, look,
Yeah,
did
since
you
you got to do
look
that.
that up? I hear you, but look that up for me, brother. Look up what part did black people start.
I
Look
don't
that
need
up.
to look up nothing. I'm asking you direct questions that
Because
you already
you
telling me that
already
you
know the
not with the
question.
God that you claim. You already telling me right now live
You
that you're
can't
not with the God that you claim.
first
You with
off,
Republicans. You with
first off,
Republicans. I'm with God.
yeah, I understand that. But first off, uh, um, how I live my life is my business, And the thing
You
is
know what else
that
is your business? That's your business. Because if you on here talking to me and pressing me, and then you can't let me hold you to the same standard, we can't go, how I live my life is my business, then you be quiet. Be quiet. Keep that to yourself. Keep everything to yourself. Don't get on here saying nothing publicly what we need to do. We don't need to do nothing. Read the book Fall of America by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's what Rube say. Goodwill say money is a tool, right? I'm not claiming no party. I'm not claiming no political party. I know how to get money without claiming to be a part of the Republicans or the Democrats or the such and suches or the you just reaching. You just reaching. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a burn your hand every time you reach. You reach this way, I'm gonna pop it. Fire Fist, dude talking about his business is private while he trying to get in someone else's business. Exactly. So we don't do that over here. You can say that's my business. It's all good. That's AD. He's a regular. What y'all think? What you think, Tone or Komet?
Well, I think the brother, I understand his plight. After 400 years being in America, a lot of times we assimilate, and we get pacified and conditioned to the point to where, we feel like, okay, now everything is okay. It's like we forget about the fight. And, a lot of
But
times,
he didn't forget about the fight. He got on here saying we ain't fighting. But he's saying the fight now we got to do is we got to embrace the Republican Party, not God. You claiming to be a believer in God and his prophets and recognize that this is the time of separation and we we fulfilled the 400 years of slaves and all of that. And you know, you can't be with Satan and God at the same time. You can't say that I'm with God and I'm with the Republican Party. You pushing the Republican Party more than you pushing God.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of what I was trying to say. That yeah, he fighting, but he fighting on the wrong side for the wrong things. You know what I mean? He think this is what's gonna pull black people up out the mud. I guess just we're gonna vote our way up out of here. You know,
as though that ever worked. And he said that we the ones established the Republican Party. That's even more proof. So if we supposed to establish that in 1865 or whenever we got freed from slavery, and it ain't worked in all this time, why the hell would I waste any more time doing that?
Right. And to me, like that's like saying we invented the peanut butter and ain't Nan Jordan, ain't Washington.
Right.
That's how I see it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like if blacks started the Republican Party, it's like, damn, what happened? They got hijacked. I mean, damn, would you had slaves in the field saying, yeah, I just don't get it.
What are we voting for? What power did we ever have in this Republican Party? What power over America did we ever have? And knock it off.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't know what it, brother.
But you ain't banging God like that. You're not banging God like that, AD.
We got suckered and tricked out of our heritage. That's what happened to that. We were winning at one time. How you think Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Hold on, we got tricked out of our heritage with God. God told us to set up the Republican Party.
You know they was praying like hell about it when they was establishing it. They was praying to get out of slavery and everything else.
You a Christian? Just so I'm sure. Are you a Christian, a Hebrew? What are you again?
I'm a child of Israel. I mean, you know, we're from the children of Israel. We already talked about that.
Bible, right? What do you call yourself? What is your you believe in Jesus, Yahweh, or Yahshua? You believe in
yeah, God, and He has a son, Jesus, or Yahshua.
God, Jesus. Like you believe in Jesus?
Yeah, I believe in Yahshua. His real name is Yeshua. You know.
Okay, you don't believe in the Quran, right?
I know what the Quran is about. He started that studying the Israelites when he was
do you believe in that or not?
I know that it's a book. I know it's a book. I believe my God.
I wish you could see my daughter's face when you said that. You know it's a book.
The Bible has no mate.
No who?
You know that, right? It's in the Bible. The Bible has no mate.
What do you mean make? Mate or
no
make?
Mate. M-A-T-E. It has no other equal. The Bible has no equal.
Nobody said nothing about that. Why
it don't have anything else attached to it. It's just the Holy Bible for His people. That's it.
It don't have nothing attached to it.
Yeah, no other. Those other religions were started based on our philosophies, the children of Israel philosophies. Man, if you know anything about the history of Muhammad and how he came up with his writing the Bible, you would understand that he studied.
Muhammad didn't write the Bible. Muhammad didn't write the Bible.
Who did?
You said Muhammad wrote the Bible?
Who had it? Who had it written?
Bro, are you listening to yourself?
No, but I'm saying, who had the Quran written? Who wrote the Quran?
You said the Bible.
No, he didn't write the Bible. God had his disciples writing the Bible, man. You know that. Quit trying to make everybody look like a fool, bro. No, don't do that. That ain't cool, bro.
I'm not making nobody look like a fool.
But that ain't cool, bro. Straight up, it ain't. You know, I mean, I'm having dialogue with you.
Do you read the comments?
Huh? I'm talking to you right now. I can't read I read some of them, but I can't read the comments while I'm talking to you because it's not going on the screen. It's like a personal thing that I'm talking to you.
Do you ever when we do our lives, do you ever play them back and hear what you said?
Yeah, I do. And I hear where you be cutting me off and trying to make it look like I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. You know, I know what's going on. But
did Muhammad write the Bible?
Who wrote No, you know that. You know that.
Yeah, that's what you
The
said,
the
bro.
the, the Bible
Did
written by
Muhammad
his
write the Quran?
disciples.
Did Muhammad write the Quran?
He had something to do with it being written. I forgot those. I'm really not a scholar, but I understand
Why are you
who wrote.
speaking
I
on it,
know that
bro?
it's.
Why are you speaking on it
I,
if you don't know,
I
man?
know. I know that it's an Arab religion, man. It's
What's
not
an
an
Arab
Israelite
religion?
religion.
What's an Arab religion?
The Muslims. That's an Arab religion, man.
What does the word Muslim mean?
I know it's to submit. You're gonna say something about submitting, but
Right,
you're gonna
right.
say we all submit to God. I understand all that, but
So
God
you don't
specifically
understand
said,
that. You don't understand
"No
that because
wood or stone."
if that's the religion, then you're a Muslim, right?
I'm a child of Israel. That's my
Do you
side.
submit to the God of Israel?
Yeah, I have to.
Then you're a
I
Muslim.
have to serve it.
Then you're a Muslim.
So that's an Arab religion. The
That's an
Arabs
Arab
created that.
language. You're
Yeah.
very foolish and childish. That's an Arab language. That's not Arab religion.
Well, it's an Arab language.
Yeah, Arab language is just Arab language.
So what does the Bible got to do
There's
with it?
Christian Arabs. There's Arabs. There's Christians that speak Arabic that don't speak no English. Are they Muslims?
No, that don't necessarily mean that they're Muslims. No, it don't necessarily mean
What is
that.
the
But
meaning
you
of
know,
what is the
but
meaning of
but
Muslim?
but I know you done heard over and over again that that's an Arab religion.
I don't care
Like
what you done
that's
heard.
what
I
the
done
Arabs
heard you
say.
was a 3/5 of a human being monkey. I heard that. Does that mean it's the truth?
No, I mean you know that.
Then why are
But
you talking about what people heard? What you heard?
what the thing is
What the
is
thing is? What the thing is?
there are groups of people that we've been enslaved by all nations on earth, man.
Okay, we're not even talking about that.
And there was a reason why they did that.
We're not talking about that. I'm asking you a question about what you know about Islam. I ain't asking about nobody else.
I know they're a disciplined group of people. I mean, it's very dedicated. I know that, you know. But to be a child of Israel is a person that it's a blood lineage, man. Certain
Ain't
groups
nobody
couldn't
even
be in
talking
it.
about that, bro. What are you talking about, man?
Well, what I'm trying to talk about, we were talking. What I wanted to talk about is that you keep ignoring me. Is I was saying to look up what parties that black people started. First of all,
I don't
now you
care
want
what
to look.
party they started because they started it for the white man's American country system. So none of that is of no value to God. God came to separate us and make us exodus from all of that. I don't care nothing about what no political party of America black people supposedly started. How about that?
So then, if we just put away all of that, what system would you have to help govern the American people? Because you had to do something. You just can't go out there and just these people create laws and benefits for us.
Do you follow Moses? Do you follow the example that's in the Bible? What are you talking about? What system? What system did God say you're supposed to follow? Don't ask me what
You,
I follow. What do
you,
God say you're supposed to follow?
you, you're supposed to respect and follow the government that you're under. That's what the Bible also tells you.
That's a goddamn lie.
That's not a lie.
That's a
You can't go out
lie.
there. You can't go out there and break laws and steal from somebody, do anything bad and say in the name of God. You can't do that. You have to follow the laws of the land.
That's already my law. Why would you be saying some stupid shit like that? That's already our law is to not steal. That's the 10 Commandments, right?
Right, but if it's established by God. That's established by God, right?
We talking about laws of this American slave master.
Right.
Why won't you set up your own laws? Why are you obeying their laws instead of your own laws?
I do follow my own laws, but you got to obey their laws also.
No, you don't. They laws say that you're supposed to go into the girl's bathroom. That you feel like a girl, then you can be a girl. You follow those laws?
No, and you know what
Then
part it
you
was
breaking the
pushing
law.
at too.
Then you a criminal. Then you breaking the law.
And you know what part it was pushing at too. And most of us
I
that
don't
sit
give
up
a
here,
damn. It's still their law. It don't matter. It's their law. So are you following it?
nah, you know better
Okay,
than that.
then you stop lying. Then stop playing with me
Now how you gonna call me a liar, bro?
because you follow their laws.
I bet you
You
wouldn't
don't
follow
follow
the law
God's
to get
laws
your
if you
driver's
follow their
license.
laws. You can't follow both.
I bet you went and took the test to get a driver's license. I bet you following those laws.
That don't conflict with my religion. That don't conflict
So
with God.
you can pick and choose what to follow, not to follow, and say
Absolutely.
it
That's
don't
what you
conflict
do
with
as an adult. You didn't know that?
what. Come on, Cam. You're gonna have to grow up a little bit, man. You're gonna have
I'm
to
gonna have to
grow up.
grow up, man. I love this content. So
You
you're
really
not
do.
supposed to pick and choose what laws you follow?
No, you're supposed to follow what's necessary for
Man.
you to survive. I mean, what you
Wow.
think? This is for real.
This is for real? So you
Yeah,
took the Fauci jab, right?
the Fauci jab.
You took the
You talking about
jab because it was
the
mandated.
vaccination?
It was law. It was law. They said you had to take it if you want to travel, if you want to work, if you want to do this. You took that, right? Just
Yeah,
say
I
yeah.
took. Yeah, I
All
took.
right,
I had
then.
to.
And you took it because
Yeah.
you have to take it because that was the law, right?
I wasn't gonna take it. I'm gonna sit and tell you the truth, but I ended up taking it. You know, I
Yeah,
did, but I
because
didn't want to take it.
you obeyed your slave master.
No, not because. Well,
You
you
believed
could.
in your slave master. You believed that you trusted the science, right? You didn't
Well, it
trust
scared a
God.
lot of people now. I
You
mean, it
didn't
was
trust
scaring a lot.
God. You didn't trust God. You trusted the
Well,
science. You trusted Fauci.
I'm still here, bro. I mean, what you talking about? You know what I mean? I'm still here. I'm living.
Okay,
I
you
mean,
say
I
so.
touched on them, but I'm still living. You
Okay, I'm
know,
still living too,
right?
and
So,
I didn't take it.
and that's good. You know, and I know some people who didn't take it,
You
and
know some
man, I
people.
thought,
Have you ever went to openveirs.com and looked at the data on the people that did take it and what happened to them?
I've seen some pretty ugly things that happen to some people that
Are you better
have
than them?
medical problems. No, I ain't better than them. Nobody.
Is that not going to happen to you?
No, it ain't gonna happen to me. I
Why
can't
is it
say
not
that.
going to happen to you?
Nobody can't say what's
You
not gonna
just said
happen
it.
in the
You
future,
just
but
said it.
I don't think it's gonna happen to me. If you want to know,
Why
I don't
not?
think
It happened to all them other people. Why not you?
because I'm healthy and I got insurance and
They
checkups
was
and I go
too.
to the doctor and get
They was
myself
too.
checked out and all that.
You ain't seen
That's
all
why.
these young professional athletes keeling over and having heart failures and all of that.
That's true. I understand that now. I mean,
You
I ain't gonna
healthier than
ignore
them?
you.
You healthier than
Yeah,
them?
but I can't say that either. I mean, I'm kind of older now, man. You know, we getting up there. So,
I'm just saying
you know,
the point that I'm making is you obey them instead of obeying God. God didn't tell you to take that. God tell you don't take that.
well, show me where he said that.
It's in your
And I,
Bible, man.
okay. Well. So when you're a child and you're getting all these different kind of shots, like for pneumonia and all these different
That's the stupid ass
diseases.
parents that did that. That's not you. The child don't sign up for that. A child would never take that shit. They parents make them take that. And they kicking and screaming and all kind of shit. Bubble snot at the nose. It's a horror movie. They know they ain't supposed to take that. The dumbass parents make them take that.
Well, what about the shots they got to take to go to school?
The dumbass parents make the test. Who say they gotta take them to go to school? You can't
The
homeschool.
state.
You can't homeschool the state. The state own your children.
Well, I mean, you got to take shots, Cam. I
You
mean,
gotta take shots.
you should. It's
Where
pretty.
does it say that in the Bible?
It
Where do
don't. It
God
probably
say
don't
that in?
say. I'm not a scholar on the Bible.
Oh, now you're not a scholar on the Bible.
No, are you a
What
scholar?
that got to do? I'm a regular novice like you are, but I know that it don't say you got to take no shots. You don't have to turn your children over to the enemy. I know
Well,
it say
God
that.
He also give you a brain to think. You know what I mean? He
Exactly.
give
Are
you.
you using it? Why you ain't thinking about I don't need to
Yeah,
give
because I know a
my
doctor.
children over to the enemy?
I know a doctor know more about my health than me, and I'll listen to him. Okay.
Oh,
And
why is that? Why is that? Why
because
why does somebody else know more about your health than you do? When you got a
because they
brain,
studied for
you
it.
got a brain like they got.
Because that's their profession. That's what they studied for. Now,
Why
if
it
you
ain't
was
your
an actor,
profession? Why it ain't your
huh?
profession? What's more important than your own health?
That's true, but I don't study it. I study engineering. I ain't study
Why you don't study the
medicine.
engineering of your own health?
Because the doctors do that, man. I mean,
Because
that's
the
that's that's
doctors
their
do
field.
that. Because the
Yeah.
doctors do that.
So
Did
you
God
telling
give
me
you a
you know
brain
more
to
than the
rely on the
doctors?
doctors?
Huh?
Did God give you a brain and a life to rely on the doctors to do it for you?
He gave me the brain to listen to what they say. I
So he didn't
mean,
give you a brain to learn exactly what they learned?
I didn't choose to go into that, man. I went into something else. But I do understand. I got sense enough to know to listen to them, though, man. I mean, I ain't gonna, you understand? But we getting off the subject, though, Cam. You
Yeah,
know what I
we're
mean?
getting off the subject. I'm gonna look at these chats. I'm reading something about 50 Cent, so I don't know if this is true or not. Egg balls, are you a troll or is this I usually don't even do this. I don't entertain that. Usually anybody that hops on a live with me and says something about RIP or somebody passed away, I usually block them immediately. Because that's the number one thing that a troll would do, or a COINTELPRO or somebody to try to break, to break the cipher, break the build. So even if that's true, that ain't something you're supposed to do. So I'm gonna have to get rid of you egg balls. You're banned.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
But yeah, even if you're a troll and stuff, and you're trying to I guess troll, but you shouldn't joke about that stuff. You shouldn't troll. But and then another thing I wanted to say, because I was just listening and stuff, but you don't stopping at red lights and stuff doesn't interfere with your religion. You can you can follow those laws if you don't want to get in a car accident.
Yeah, those laws are our laws. Yeah. Those are the laws of safety and common sense.
Yeah, and the second part is that you don't need to get the jab and stuff. You don't need to get it, because if also how do we even survive? How do we survive 400 years and stuff without taking it?
Right. AD, my 11-year-old daughter said, you said you gotta take it, but how did we survive the last 400 years in slavery when we didn't have no shots or nothing for our children?
No, I didn't say we gotta take it, bro. I mean,
you did say you gotta take it.
Huh?
You did say you gotta take it.
I didn't say you got to take it, because I really didn't want to take it.
You said you had to take it.
Oh, so now you're gonna tell me I said we had to take it. But I'm saying
I'm gonna play this back. I post all my things where you can see your own words, bro. I don't have no reason to lie to you. So if I'm lying on you, then I would post me lying on you. And I know I'm not lying on you, so you just don't want to acknowledge you said that.
What the thing is, okay, this calls for clarity here, man. I mean, if you're coming at me with these questions, I'm sitting there told you then I really didn't want to take it, but I did end up taking it. I'm not gonna lie, but I saw the problem with them trying to just hurry up and make us take this jab. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
we had to take it. We had to give it to our children. You said we got to do that to go to school, right?
No, not the jab. I'm talking about other shots that you got to take. I'm talking about
all of that. Anything that somebody's gonna stick, they're gonna penetrate into your bloodstream, is the same thing. So you said that our children gotta take it, right?
I'm talking about when you go to school, you gotta take it. For a child to attend public school, they gotta take a lot of different kind of shots, right or wrong? Am I just making it up? They don't have to go to school. You do. Bruh. They won't let you get to school if you don't have certain shots.
Okay, do you know what the exemption means? A religious exemption? And you supposed to be a Hebrew. You supposed to believe in God or Yahshua, and you literally sitting here telling all of us that you got to do this. First of all,
But
you don't
know,
have to have your child in a public school. Second of all, if you claim to be God or believer in God, that's your religious exemption that they will honor. And they have honored ever since I've been alive. Shit. What are you talking about?
I never claim to be God. I mean, that's just too much.
Oh, Lord God, man. Bye, bro.
But like, it's just because I remember I'm playing it back in my head. He said, and your children should and gotta take the jab to go to school, and you just said that. So,
yeah. But bless your heart, man. But that's letting you know where we at. That at that age, he looked like he about my age, and you got children, probably got grandchildren, got a woman. All of these people under the influence or under the authority, under the guidance of misled males, black males. That's why our women are so frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because they guys, they heads, they leaders is like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much money you make, like I said earlier. Money ain't it. Career ain't it. Your trade or your degree and this and that. What about common sense? What about knowing how to guide and protect and lead and produce and grow a happy, healthy, God-fearing warrior against the beast family? You know what I'm saying? Where you're not confused. Nobody over here is confused. You know what I'm saying? They secure because they have the knowledge of reality, the knowledge of their enemy and how their enemy is going to try to trick them like they tricked you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do what? All like old school people gonna tell you, I don't gotta do nothing but be black and die. That's all I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have to do.
And I'm reading this comment on Michael Love, like, why did he take the job and stuff? Like, because
the jab.
That. Yeah. But like, if any job and stuff is telling you you got to take the jab and stuff,
man, please.
and it's just like it was a lot of things I was hearing and stuff it was just
that's sad, man. That's sad. Commit or Tone, what's y'all thoughts on this, man?
Well, I'll say this real quick because I'm gonna have to bail in a second. But to me, when it comes to the Fauci juice and all those things that America tell us we should do this in order to go to public school and do this and do that. To me, I always I try to stick with the scripture says. Don't get at which is holy over to the dog. So I feel as though my temple is which is holy, and they're the dog. So I can't just give myself over to what they say is right, and they feel as though I need to put this into my body. When just like y'all was saying, we survived a hell of a Holocaust over here. So we survived and went through what we went through. You know what I mean? Like, so I think the brother stuck in his ways.
But he don't have to be, and that's our job is to show, improve, and remind that you had an alternative, and ask you, were you aware that you had an alternative? Are you familiar with Malcolm X? Are you familiar with Muhammad Ali? You familiar with Farrakhan? You familiar with the Million Man March? You familiar with me? You're familiar with all these people that refuses to conform and allow, somebody else to have power or rights over our own bodies and our own children's bodies. But then I'm asking you right now, real time tonight, and you saying you got to do this and we got to do that, or I didn't want to do it, but I did it. Then you a slave, bruh. You're not with God. The real God say resist the devil, and he will flee from you. You know what I'm saying? You must not think that's the devil.
Yeah, that's a fact, and I think he forgot. I don't think the brother been reading his scriptures. Well, I can't say that. Let me take that back. But to me, I'm gonna just say this: the brother got to remember, it got to be a separation and a falling away first. That's how I see it. Separate and fall away from these people in order to, if we want to, be on God's level or on a God level. You know what I mean?
Man, like Robert Epps say the reason why we're confused is because we have rejected the teachings of the people that I just said, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and we rejected Farrakhan. We familiar with Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali. We're familiar with all of that in the 60s or whatever. And we could use that excuse like, well, ain't nobody today. No, Million Man March, the greatest, most influential, impactful, historic, leader, expression of Elijah Muhammad in our lifetime, which is Minister Farrakhan. And we just consciously reject them. We reject them. So God turns us to what we turn ourselves to. So if we reject his man, that's us rejecting him. So we suffer the consequences. He 2020, 2020, the Criterion, July 4th, on Revolt TV, on P. Diddy's TV station, Minister Farrakhan publicly said before they even rolled out the Fauci juice, told us and everybody else in Africa, everybody, all our people, do not take that. I warn you, do not take that. That's a crime of sedition, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Because he's using his platform or whatever to go against a government mandate or whatever to not take that because it's this and this. I'm not going to repeat it here. We all heard that, and they got upset. They started accusing Minister Farrakhan of being irresponsible, reckless and irresponsible, using his influence to tell people to not trust and resist established science, these good white scientists like Dr. Fauci. So he became the enemy. So now, 3 or 4 years later, what we looking at?
The repercussions. Definitely looking at the repercussions, I would say. And I can bear witness, real quick, I can bear witness that it was the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the teaching of Farrakhan, the teachings of Dr. Khaled that rose me up. Like, out of all the lessons and the teachings I got from other things in life, it was their teachings that that helped me stand upright. You know what I'm saying? And even though I understand the rift of Farrakhan and Dr. Khaled, I never got into that. That wasn't my business. That's how I looked at it. I only was getting the lessons and the teachings that they was teaching that was like, for us standing up as a black man and knowing who your enemy is and knowing who you are. And I think
right, and it's only one teachings. It's the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad made Minister Farrakhan his national representative, and instructed him, and all of us to listen to Farrakhan. He didn't say listen to Khaled or listen to nobody else. You know what I'm saying? It's only one teaching and teacher. You know what I mean? So, brother Khaled was teaching the same teachings. So he wasn't teaching nothing different. So I don't want nobody to get that confused. That's why I said Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Farrakhan, whoever, they're all teaching Elijah Muhammad's teachings.
You're right. I'm glad you cleared that up because you're exactly right. And I think what's distinguished is just the way they articulated it. Like, Khaled, he had like his style, and Farrakhan got his, like how he doing it, Malcolm and so forth. So, but like you said, the teaching. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, something else. Tone, you still there? Tone, you must be asleep. I seen you purple hazing. So let me get you off of here. Holy Ghost Rider say, I'm Christian, but I love Farrakhan. Same here. I'm a Christian. I don't believe in that title, but I'm definitely a Christian. I know I can identify who Christ is to me. And that's what a lot of my Christian family got a problem with, because in the nation, we bold enough to identify and say who Christ and who the Messiah and who God is. Right? We don't say he's a mystery, a spook, a spirit, or 2,050-something-year-old mystery miracle man that didn't have a biological mother that's still alive somewhere in space or whatever. No, Our God is human being alive, you know, in the person of a man born in 1877 named Fard Muhammad. That's who we say that the originator, the supreme being, the most high, the all powerful is in the person of a living human being. And we saying that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is his Mahdi for the Muslim world. In other words, God of us now. The Moses that used to be the messenger of God when he was among us, but when God raised him to be with himself, then he made Moses into a God like he is. And then Aaron, who got left behind to take his place among the people in his absence, Aaron became his prophet, his apostle, his messenger. So Farrakhan is that apostle, that messenger, that Messiah that's taken that's taken Elijah's place or Moses's place, because Moses is a God now. Elijah is a God now. So we can identify all our characters. You don't have to. I'm not talking to you, Kim, but the people that's listening, the Christians that's listening, you don't have to believe it, but we can show you ours. You cannot show us yours. That's basically what it comes down to. We can prove who ours is. You don't have to believe that's who they really are, but we're going to show you who ours is. Show us who yours is. It's that simple.
Yo, that's real, man. Cause like I mean, that's just like I said, man. Like out of all the teachings I've come across, man, I'm not just saying this because I'm on your show, but I know you probably can hear there's certain things I say. I got straight from those teachers, man, and I'm telling that, like, I tell anybody, man, out of everything I ever learned, these teachings, I feel as though it gave me, it was like it filled me up, basically.
Yeah. It quickens you. It quickens you back to life, to mental and spiritual life, especially if somebody is telling you and they making a good enough argument that they can prove that you are a God and you can start demonstrating and exercising God powers and abilities while you live in your lifetime. Why wouldn't you want to hear more about that? We so used to getting lied to anyway. If even if this was a lie, this lie sounds better than these other church lies. You know, the other church lies say I gotta die before I see heaven. You know what I'm saying? I'll never understand God. Like, well, I don't want no God like that. I want a God that I can understand, that I can see face to face, like Moses talked to his God. You know what I'm saying? Or a God that Genesis said that I'm the child of. I'm the son of God. Right? We all gods, children of the Most High. I want a God like that. I don't want no whatever the hell they talking about, the spooky ghost, demon possessed, something you can't explain. God, I can't deal with that one.
Hey, that's real, Cam. Hey, man, you just made me. Dang, you got me a question mode now, bro. But so so when people say, you know how people being in the churches kicking over the benches, talking about they got the Holy Ghost. So
Right.
what would you say actually happening to those people? What is that?
They just getting an overflow of emotions. That's just emotions. Because if it was the spirit of God, which is that all-powerful spirit to make things happen or to produce miracles, we would see miracles. That's why I always challenge Christians, like, okay, your book says, you know, greater works shall you do, right? Then with what Jesus did. This is Jesus talking. Okay, it's been 2024 years since you said that. And if I can just pick 3 miracles or 3 great works that you are known for, which is walking on water, changing water into wine, raising Lazarus from the dead after being dead for 4 days, and feeding 5,000 people or something with 4 or 5 pieces of bread or 10 pieces of bread, something like that. Let's take any Christian and do any one of those miracles. You never done one. You can't show me no Christian in the last 2024 years that ever done it. Why are you bragging to me about the miracles of Jesus when you're supposed to be doing greater works, greater miracles than what he did?
Yeah, that's man, yo, that's a good one, that Cam, man. You know, a lot of people, you know, they gonna look at you wild for that one, bro. You know, because you know, I guess it due
I
to the
look at
indoctrination.
them even wilder. I look at them even wilder for believing in that, and then trying to tell me, you know, I'm tripping because, you know, Jesus did miracles and Jesus did miracles. Okay, prove it. You're supposed to be doing the miracles he did, so prove it. I can't believe he did those miracles literally if you can't do them.
Yeah, that's real, man. And the thing about tongues that from studying the scriptures, and then cause I'm in Alabama, so you know I grew up in the Bible Belt, but I lived in Texas, I lived in Pittsburgh, in different areas, but so I kind of been around just a little bit, but being born here and being back here now that I'm older, you know, I still see people talking about they speak in tongues and stuff like that, but when I read the scriptures, I thought the scripture said that when you speak in tongues, somebody got to be able to understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
So I
somebody
don't
got
know.
to translate.
Right. So that would
And
always make me like, man, y'all is on some foolishness, man. You know what I mean? I try to talk about them bad, but just saying like calling like it, I seen it, like, you know, like come on, man. The scripture say somebody got to be able to understand it. But what you saying, it's like what them people be saying in the church, man. I don't know what they be on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, if you can't interpret it, interpret means if I say, you know, like speaking Spanish, como se llama, is like I always say, or como te llama, or whatever. Then and
What's
I
the
know
name?
people around don't understand English. Like dudes get on with me and claim to be Muslim and they want to be talking about Arabic words. Like, bro, I don't speak Arabic. So you're speaking in tongue now. Don't say none of that. Don't talk that abracadabra, abradabra, you know, Arabic talk if you ain't gonna translate it into English.
That's real.
That's exactly what it means. Speaking in tongues just means speaking another language that you know the people don't understand. You claim it's the language of God. Yeah, Arabic is the language of God, right? Hebrew is the language of God. Any language that God allegedly revealed his books through is the language of God. Why you ain't, you know, doing hamalama in Hebrew? What is the language that you speaking? Exactly what sentence did you just say? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, that's like to me, that's like that's a hallucinate. That's a poison. That's a deep rooted poison within um, a lot of the black communities, man, especially within that church. You know, that's. I mean, in 2024, you still got them hooping and hollering and doing that type of stuff, man. Feeling like they getting closer to God, and you know, I'm still down here where people shun you for not going to church. You know.
Hey, that's why the gates of hell shall not prevail against this gospel or this doctrine, because we bringing it to them. You've been bringing it to us for all our life. Okay, it's time to go on the offense. You're going to be offended by this truth and this pressure that I'm like the Bible Thessalonians say. Prove that. Okay, you talking to God? That's you speaking in tongue. Exactly what did you say and what did he say back? And then prove it. Okay, if it's true, then it's going to come to pass, right? Because that's prophecy. If that's God talking through you, that's supposed to be prophecy. That's you're a prophet now. So what did he say is going to happen? What did you just talk about? What did you when you was hamalama and in a trance and all that and crying and hooping and how? What did he say? And what did you say back to him? What's going to happen? What power did you just gain? You would do it fizzle out like a glow in the dark toy or something. Like if you don't hurry up and run outside and touch some leper's hand and grow his hand back or something. Like how does this Holy Ghost power work exactly? If that's really the power of God in you right then, it just fizzles out after a few minutes.
Yeah, yeah, man. It shows the. Hey, man, it's sad. I mean, it's funny, but it's sad at the same time because it shows like how conditioned our people have been in, and how this spell or slumber or whatever they want, you know, whatever phrase they call it, but it shows how dangerous it is at the same time, you know, and how it could, you know, it
Yeah.
control households.
Man, I mean, and it shouldn't, but it only controls households because it's the parents that's indoctrinating the children with it. So we know that our mothers and grandmothers and grandfathers love us, but they mix in their true, sincere love with tainted poisonous God sci-fi stories, right, about God. So now, you know, we're not wise enough as little children to know how to separate. That's poison doctrine that you're giving me, Mama. Even though you hugging me and saying you praying with me and you want Jesus to heal me, but you don't pray to Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Jesus can't heal me. You know what I'm saying? Jesus is dead. That Jesus you praying to. You know what I'm saying? You got a white Jesus on your wall. You got some stained glass windows in your church with white Jesus and white angels and all of that. Jesus, God don't hear none of them prayers. You know what I'm saying? So I know you love me, but you're loving me wrong. It's just like if I got mucus, I got a head cold, I'm a little baby, and you give me some cold, sugary milk because you know I like sugar, you know what I'm saying? And you know I like milk, but the milk is cold and it's some sugar in it. And all you gonna finna do is kill me now because you know you about to give me, you know, pneumonia or something, or you know what I'm saying, you about to destroy me with all this mucus, but you think you helping me, you think you loving me right because you hugging me while you doing that. You hugging me while babe, mama got you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take you to Dr. Fauci. I'm gonna take you to Dr. Fauci and he gonna get you right. He gonna put something in you that's gonna heal you. Shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know, that remind me of that scripture, man. All that what you've been talking about tonight, just always what you're talking about, because you know you always consistent. But through the course of this dialogue tonight, it just it reminded me of the scripture where it says, our people they got an affinity with God, but not according to knowledge. So it's like our people, you know, our spirit is, you know, we got that, you know, we got that spirit, but it's like the knowledge of who God truly and really is like that knowledge to us. For a lot of, I won't say all of us, but you know what I'm saying. For most of our people, it's been definitely tainted.
Man, F.U. said my grand aunt passed with a picture of white Jesus and Kennedy on her wall in 07. I saw that and thought I thought was ill. Man, that's where we at. And we've been seeing we've been seeing whole generations of our elders go out the same way, and we think something is going to happen different with us. If you got any kind of sense and you seen strong, your mama or your daddy, your grandparents used to be strong. They used to be strong and you respected them and you thought God was really with them and God really might have been with them, you know, in their ignorance or their grace, or they were sincere, even though it was praying to the wrong God and believing the wrong thing, but they still was sincere and they was trying. So they was getting blessed. They was under a certain amount of grace, but then you seen them get broke all the way down. You seen them start suffering from diseases. You seen that prayers wasn't working. You seen this and seen that. And then, you know, you got the blessing, unfortunately, of hindsight or witnessing that don't work. That doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? You know, we are blessed enough. We are God. So if we change our course or change our action, change our diet, change our thinking, you know what I'm saying? Start thinking positive, willing, you know, certain things, then we can heal ourselves. We don't have to pray to a God to heal us when he gave us a brain that knows how to do what's necessary to heal ourselves. So we turn into little children. We old, elderly little children still talking about, Father, give us this day our bread and all that. Wait, I thought I gave you a brain that was supposed to make you a master in industry or master in this type of trade or business where you ain't got to pray to me for no daily bread because, you know, you got up and used your faith without, you know, and your works. So your faith wasn't dead and you got up and worked and made sure you had some daily bread. You ain't have to ask me for nothing. Only thing you got to pray to me for is thanks. Thank you. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for giving me the tools as a brain and a God, a little baby God, where I can go get it for myself.
Facts. That's a fact, man. You kind of you made me think about Dr. Collar when you said that, when he said we've been struck a blow to the head which has rendered us dead. And hard to lead in the right direction and easy to lead in the wrong direction, you know.
Well, that's in the lessons. That's not college. That's the lessons.
Okay. Oh, that's the lesson. Okay, I appreciate the correction.
Right. And it's the question is, who is the who is the 85%, right? And slaves of mental death and power, hard to lead in the wrong. I mean, hard to lead in the right direction, easy to lead in the wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna quote it, and I'm kind of rusty, but yeah, all of that information comes from Master Fard Muhammad's supreme wisdom lessons that he gave to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in 1934, and every registered Muslim has to learn all of it by heart. So but we're not supposed to have given it to the public. But of course, by now the COINTELPRO and agents and snitches and hypocrites and all that been put the majority of it online or whatever. So, but that's what the 5%ers study. They under Clarence 13X, or who they call the Father of Allah, with the 5% nation, the nation of gods and earth, or whatever they that's all lessons that they got from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
I'm glad you said that, Cam. Because I hear different brothers saying, "Oh well, Elijah stole it from who was it, Clarence X or somebody." They say, "Well, the 5%ers, they had the information from, what's my man name, Noble Drew
Clarence,
Ali or something." Yeah, Clarence X.
Clarence
So
13X.
Clarence 13X. So was Elijah a teacher of Clarence X, or was they existing around the same time? Like, I always wonder how that branched off, kind of, because like you said, you can see the correlations between the two when it comes
You
to a
talking
lot
about
of that.
from the 5%ers or from the Moors? Which one are you talking about?
The 5%ers.
Yeah, 5%ers. Clarence was absolutely a student of Elijah Muhammad. He didn't even know the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He just took his teachings in New York, and I think Malcolm or somebody in New York made a put brother Clarence 13X out of the nation for some violation, or put him out of the mosque, I should say, not the nation. Put him out of the mosque for a certain reason, and he took the lessons and started distributing it among the public, the black people, or he say the youth, as though the FOI wasn't already doing that for the youth. But the lessons clearly say it's for registered Muslims only. So that information wasn't for people that didn't have the mental and spiritual foundation and go through the specific discipline, you know what I'm saying, to be able to receive those lessons, because they say certain parts of the lesson say certain things that if took literally would have you in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So he broke, ranks and broke the law of the NOI and started distributing the lessons to the public. That's ultimately, how they became public knowledge like that.
I see what you're saying. Because I remember I heard a brother was telling me that he grew up north, on the East Coast, and that so well, I guess let me start out. Let me say this then. Let me ask this: was the distance? I don't know if you can't answer, just let me know, bro. Was the teachings about the distance of the size of the earth and the distance from the sun and all this, was that part of y'all lessons?
Yes,
That was only for registered.
That's the actual facts. We got two parts that we had to memorize by heart before we get our lessons. I mean, yeah, before we get our lessons, before we get our X, and it's called the student enrollment. That's 10 questions and answers given by Master Fard Muhammad to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and 20 actual facts at that time. So the actual facts, dealt with the science of the measurements of the Earth and the solar system and the planets and other things like that.
I see what you're saying, because young brother was he was telling me, he was like, yeah, man, I never seen that. Out of all the people I was around in New York, I never heard nobody talking about the distance of the Earth and stuff like that. And I was just saying, well, maybe, brother, you wasn't privy to it, or was it established enough to get it? Because I said I just heard it, just watching Dr. Colin on old VHS tapes and YouTube videos.
Right. But that's information which you heard Khalid speaking on was information that every registered member of the Nation of Islam has access to, but we just was following our instructions not to share it with the public, because it's just like a certain, like certain fraternities or sororities or so-called secret societies or whatever. There's certain literature that you have to be qualified. You have to qualify yourself to receive, and you're supposed to respect to keep it in confidence and keep it among those that qualified themselves. Not that it was secret, but it was just a motivation, something to inspire us to want to become registered citizens of our own nation. So not only would you get the benefit of that type of revelation from the God, from Master Farad Muhammad, but you would also get the explanation and the understanding of it and the proper application of it, instead of just getting your hands on some paper and thinking that you know what it means, but you don't know what it means, and you go out and start living savage, acting like you God or calling yourself God, but you're still doing all of the vices and the addictions and the sins that you was doing before.
That's powerful. That's
so
real.
You have to have a authority. You have to have a chain of command, a military line, disciplinary organization, and an example. Any revelation that God ever sent down, he sends it down with a man that's the example of how to live it, and how to master it. So Clarence 13 was smoking cigarettes and gambling and whatever he was doing, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's not the example of those teachings.
Hey, that's a fact. That's a cold fact right there. Hey, yeah, man. But I could definitely see, I think, the fact remained though, man. And the proof is out there that the proof is obvious that that the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is still lasting the test of time.
Yeah, I mean, that's what if we claiming that this is a God organization and this is God revelation and God business, it better last the test of time. It's better be supreme. We saying it's supreme, the supreme wisdom. It better be superior to everything else. And how will we know if it's superior except by the fruit that it produces? Is there a greater fruit? Is it greater people, greater accomplishments, greater nation, greater influence on America and and black people all over the planet than the Nation of Islam? What organization, spiritually or revolutionary or even so-called politically, has positively affected the world in our lifetime more than the Nation of Islam?
There isn't one. I can't think of not one.
Does the black, or does the Muslims from the Middle East inspire you? Did they come and make you want to be one of them?
No, not at all, man. Not at all.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Did they wake you up? Did they wake us up from our mental death?
oh no, not at all. Not at all. They want to put us to sleep with the fried chicken grease.
So I'm just saying, so what other black organization, because are you a black Muslim? Are you, the Hebrew Israelites? That's just recent. If you say that the Moorish Science Temple, why wasn't that successful? If it's Clarence 13 X, why wasn't that successful? I mean, I'm talking about as successful as this when it came from this. So you can tell a tree by the fruit. You can tell the quality of a man or quality of a doctrine or whatever by the results, by the proof, by the fruit.
Hey, and that's real. And I'm always doing my searching through the YouTube streets and stuff. But so lately, what I've been seeing within the last day or two is that a lot of panels has been interviewing brothers from the whether they members or associates or however, but they've been asking them questions about the teachings of Elijah Muhammad when it pertaining to the will and UFOs. I've been seeing a lot of brothers coming out late. I seen Nazi, I seen RZA, all these within the last day or two talking about the wills and stuff like that. And I see a lot of black podcasts and other podcasts just starting to interview a lot of these brothers. So to me, it's that just ain't a coincidence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. It's just that they trying to flood it with what they're trying to flood it. They trying to flood it with drones and aliens and all that type of stuff so you won't listen to the authentic representation, which is Farrakhan and his students, because they know everything we saying is 100% fact and correct, and they try to take that just like they do with the UFO phenomenon back in the 70s with Steven Spielberg. He knew about the wheel way back then. That's what he made Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So it's a fascinating subject because it's natural. We're gonna think, is there life in the universe? Is there this and that? But if we saw Close Encounters before we ever heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be more fascinated with Close Encounters and aliens than whatever Elijah Muhammad talking about, and we're gonna think Elijah Muhammad copied off of Steven Spielberg.
That's definitely how they gonna paint it. That's the narrative they're gonna run with. You're exactly right. And what trips me out, well, it don't trip me out, it just make me think and just realize the real that I was alive. I remember when people came out with saying, oh man, Farrakhan seeing UFOs, when he first announced it back in the day.
Yeah.
And I remember, the people in the black community, they was making mockery, they was doing all this other stuff. And now in 2024, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, wait, hey, everybody like, what? They looking back like, well, damn, maybe we need to go back and revisit the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Maybe we need to go back and revisit.
Well, absolutely, we should, but we don't know how much time we got. We still think we got time, and unfortunately, time is just about up. So, just like Rube said right here, when we all log off from this conversation, what are we committed to do to change? What are we committed to change in our life to increase our survival potential or to increase our knowledge on these subjects? We think that it's just going to happen on our time. You know what I'm saying? We think we got time. Well, you don't. Let me be the first to tell you we don't. We don't have time. That's why I'm even saying this. And I'm bringing it to your table. Like, well, if I'm supposed to know it, God will bring it to me. Okay, this is God bringing it to you in the person of us. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's just getting our blood off your hands, because God ain't gonna do it for you. He gonna give you the path, and he gonna give you the way and give you the example and let you know who is the authentic representations or representatives of him and these subjects. And if you still don't go after it, like you go after ass, or like you go after money, or like you go after whatever, you got no problem chasing after if you want it, but you ain't chasing after him, you ain't chasing after this, so you don't got no excuse.
That's real. So what would you say to those that may still be in doubt, or just still don't get all the understanding of what you're saying, that probably posed the question like, so what shall we be seeking, or what shall we be doing this day going forward, for those that that may not truly understand what you're conveying?
I would go to noi.org. This is what I'm gonna type right now, matter of fact. Go to noi.org in the privacy of your own home, and just research from there. Just scroll and browse through the whole website. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll take you down there to everywhere you need to go. And of course, YouTube. What you can definitely go on YouTube and type in Farrakhan and different little lectures or whatever. That's what I would do, but that's past tense. Anything you find on YouTube is past tense. If you want to be up to the modern time and up to date and keeping up to step, in step with what Farrakhan is guiding and leading and what the nation is doing, that's noi.org. noi.org. You don't have to be a Muslim. You don't have to be black. You don't have to believe what I believe or what we believe. An intelligent person would just go inform themselves about what we believe or what we can prove or what we're talking about. You do not have to believe it. You are not forsaking and blaspheming Jesus or whatever God you believe in by studying, what somebody else is talking about. God don't restrict you from studying, even if we enemies, even if we the Antichrist, you should know what the hell the Antichrist is talking about. You know what I'm saying? You should prepare your mind and prepare your family for what these Antichrist Muslims is talking about. So either way, it's going to benefit you to study what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad revealed. Oh yeah, Final Call Radio also, like Rube say, Final Call Radio, FC Radio also online.
Yeah, that's real, man. I'm definitely gonna go on there, man. I'm definitely gonna go on and check it out. Most definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think that's it, man. Unless you got something else you want to add.
No, I'm good, man. I think it was a good bill, man. You know what I mean? I'm always willing to jump on when I get the opportunity, man, because it's always good. I'm always seeking knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So.
Man, I might have to make you a regular contributor, somebody that's going to ask me questions that everybody else want to ask me, but I guess maybe don't want to show their face or don't want to get put on blast. So if you don't mind, man, every day or, whenever you see me on here, if prior, earlier in that day or whatever at nighttime, if you have some questions or something that you always wanted to ask or something that you think the people need to see me answer, man, please, have a few questions for me every day and we can make this a regular thing.
Oh, no doubt, I'll do that, Cam, man. And I'm willing to jump online. I mean, get on camera, man. But I'll do it, man. But I kind of like the whole. Oh, because I was gonna say I'm in a situation.
Your audio is good enough, y'all. If you want to show your face, that's on you. But you don't have to show your face. You VIP. Everybody know your voice.
Okay, cool. Because I don't mind, man. But I'm down here where I got, like the homie Pox used to say, I got busters, 304s, and police watching me. But I ain't scared. But
nah, that's right.
I ain't about to turn my time in. But yeah, I'm willing, man. I'm definitely down for it, Cam, for sure.
Well, yeah, please do that because we love your questions. Your questions force some real deep conversations and forces us to have to use critical thinking and mature, conceptualizing of certain things. You know what I'm saying? And you familiar with Bible, you familiar with Islam, you familiar with reality and science and nature, and so you got you're a super questioner.
Hey, I appreciate that, King, man. I appreciate that. Now, I mean, I give thanks. I gotta always give thanks to the teaching of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the teachers and the students of his that I studied through the years. And I stuck with. I studied the lessons that they was teaching. And I kept it dear to me, man. And so I guess it's just me giving the love back that was given freely to me. You know what I'm saying? I got it for free, and I'm willing to give it, whatever it takes to,
And that's what you're doing. You helping me. You helping anybody that's ever gonna see this. So we able to immortalize ourselves. We able to right now contribute to eternal life, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because we could be using this time chasing some ass or smoking or getting high or eating some pork or just something that ain't gonna be productive at all. Even though you could be doing that while you talking to me and you just don't want me to see that. But at least
I left the pork a long time ago. No pork over here.
But I'm just saying that I don't think it's no better thing that we could be doing with our time right now. I think this is the highest frequency. This is the highest, purpose and function that we could probably be doing right now based on, our circumstances. So I just appreciate you. And I'm going to keep on telling you that because your questions be solid. You be having some solid questions and, you know how to ask them and make me go, and then if I answer something and I don't fully answer it, then you gonna even, dig deeper and make me go deeper into it or whatever. So I appreciate that.
Oh, for sure, man. You're more than welcome, man. You're more than welcome. And I appreciate it, man, because a lot of when I go to different places with these type of things I ask, a lot of people, I kind of get shunned, like niggas like, oh man, get out of here with that. And and it's like when I come over here, it's like you embrace me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I appreciate that to the fullest.
Man, well, you it's likewise mutual, man. It's mutual. So like I said, whenever you're available and I'm on, just have me at least 4 or 5 questions or more. It could be 10, it could be 20, you know, because that'll make it entertaining, you know, because I know they're gonna be potent. So have some potent questions, you know what I'm saying? Something that you know is controversial, or that's something that people are scared to think about, or, you know, something that you always was wrestling with, because I want to deal with those questions that's troubling, you know what I'm saying, that troubles us. It could be about life and death, you know what I'm saying? It could be about God. Was there a beginning? You know what I'm saying? Did God have a beginning? Why does the Bible start with in the beginning? If God was always in existence, why did he say in the beginning? How was there a beginning of the heavens and the earth? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. I definitely do that, Cam. Most def, man. I definitely do that. Look out, man, because like I said, if it wasn't for me studying and coming across those teachings from those different brothers, man, my mental wouldn't be at this point. So it's I'm, you know what I'm saying. I'm definitely I feel good about being able to do that, and I'm down for it.
Well, man, Uncle Cam wants you. You've been hired. You've been drafted. No, but I appreciate. I know it ain't no chore or nothing like that. So yeah, and my daughters, you know what I'm saying, they really appreciate it because we be talking about it, you know, in the daytime and stuff.
Oh yeah, man. I feel like, you know, this is like I said, it's Allah's will, man. It's you know, so I'm always down for that, man, because I feel like I'm giving back. So, and I love these type of stuff. So I appreciate it,
Yeah.
Cam, man. So stay up, man, and I'll definitely come back with the questions.
All right, big commit, and much love, bro. Peace. True story.
Hey, what's going on, my brother?
Oh man, you got it. You made it right in time, right before the store closed.
All right, my man. Hey, brother. First of all, man, and I just gotta salute you, brother. That
Mm,
I've been, man. That I've been listening to your program,
mm,
and you've been standing on code, and you
mm,
also been. I'm just be honest with you, brother. You remind me of the energy, like the positive energy and the powerful energy of just being a member of the nation and the temple, and being around strong brothers that embraced that knowledge of Elijah and
mm,
understood who they were.
mm, mm,
So I wanted to put this question to you, right? Um, where, okay, how did you, when, let me see this, let me put this right, that when brothers that were blind, deaf, and dumb, right?
mm,
When they finally realized that who they were, right? Not believing in no mystery, nothing.
mm.
How did you see that changing how either you moved or they moved, or just I'm just leave it open just like that.
I saw it. The first change is a energy, like a self-love energy, like, you know what I'm saying. You know, I'm fascinated with learning more about myself, and I actually, like, damn, I got the potential or the capacity to do like God powers, you know what I'm saying? Like I actually am a descendant, a direct descendant of that first one of us, that first supreme self called the originator, Allah, that put all this creation out here. So all of that is really in me. That's not like a sci-fi ghost story. This is like really, you know, this is really me, right? So I start valuing myself and trying to, you know, test certain things out, test my own abilities. Because for me personally, it started with the ability called tuning, like, because I always kind of had a gift, and most Black people got a gift, you know, of what they call not telepathy, yeah, telepathy. Like, you know, you can tell somebody about the call, or, you know, I know, you know, I can hear, you know, certain things or whatever. So you know, so the teachings kind of show me that that's natural, and that's something that you can look into. That's not black magic or witchcraft or it's the demon or this and that. Like, okay, you know. So it made me value myself more, and then the more I value myself, you know, I would say little stuff and drop little stuff to my homies or whatever, one-on-one. I couldn't catch them in no pack, you know what I'm saying? But one-on-one, the toughest nigga or nigga that's banging from my section or whatever, like, you get him one-on-one and start dropping certain little things, and he gonna be right lockstep. Yeah, like, yeah, man, you know, I start talking spiritual with you, and I'm like, oh, this really is us. You know what I'm saying? So then I learned through music or whatever. Okay, well, let me try to drop some of these seeds in music, you know, in the rap thing, you know what I'm saying? That it ain't really preachy. It's gonna drop a little seed here and seed there, but you're gonna more pick up on the energy of the, you know, the love that I got for myself, which is the love I got for you. So if any nigga that's back, I mean, pardon the language or whatever, any dude that's out in the streets or whatever, just like Minister Farrakhan or the FOI back in the day, like when you pull up on a pack of niggas, like I'm one of you. Like, you gonna feel my energy. Like, dude, respect. You know, dude, respect. I know he ain't no sucker. We know what he used to do. You know, with it, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just them seeing a different light that I love myself, but then I see that same light in you. So I'm gonna treat you like I treat myself, and then you're gonna be like, you know, nigga, what's your angle or whatever? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then you're not gonna, you know, I'm not asking you for nothing. I'm not asking for no money. I'm trying to get you, man. These devils, man, around the corner. They, you know, they talking about rolling on y'all, blah blah blah. Like, you making yourself an asset like that. Like, no, I'm not trying to tell you don't sell no dope or don't, but my people's around the corner and blah blah blah. And I got, you know, nation. We got some people in the nation that used to be blah blah, and they said they, you know, so you giving them heads up on certain little things, little by little, and then you might, you know, roll through the neighborhood and with some of the people that's homeless or that's hungry or whatever, and make sure you feeding the people or whatever. So that it just made me love myself, and the more I love myself, the more I love my people. So I'm trying to find a way to get in to show my people that I really got love for them without it being a string attached. You know what I'm saying?
100%. And that, to me, is the, you know, like I remember mentioning this to you, and I go, you know, me and my brother have these conversations that as you get older, or maybe some people get it, or how can I say this? Some people, even if they're younger or older, they don't take the message that they're able to look and see and say, wow, the message that Elijah Muhammad brought was so powerful that it gave having the strength to face and tell the devil, I know who you are, like publicly say it, to put the devil on trial.
Yeah.
And then the strength that comes from you not in fear no more.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in, and I'm gonna pose that as a question that, like, when I heard it, even as a young child, I was like, oh shoot, I don't have to. When I grew up, it was like I don't have that sense of anybody is better than me.
Right.
And I love black people.
Man, that's what it did for me. It made me love us. You know, when I used to, you know, it's easy to hate us because we've been bred and programmed to hate ourselves, and I didn't practice that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But seeing a brotherhood and a sisterhood, because it ain't just the teachings, it's what the teachings have produced. So once you go to a mosque, or you go see the brothers on the corner, they might be drilling or coming through the neighborhood, and you see, like, okay, what type of Jim Jones Kool-Aid y'all niggas drinking? Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It looked great, but it got to be the devil. Like, this shit got to be the devil. What is this? What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And then you know some of them, like, oh damn, no, this nigga used to be a rider right here. So I know, you know, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? And it just make you curious to hear what is this, man? What you into? And they start saying the devil. Like, when I first heard that, like, yeah, man, these devils over here they was calling people the devils, like regular, like that's really who they were. I was like, damn, that's strange. I was taught the devil was a spook and a spirit and a ghost, but they just identify them like flesh and blood, everyday, you know, weak people and shit. I'm like, damn. So that, you know, just that naturally, we don't even know that we attracting our people, especially males, because we attracted to power, like warriors. So when we see other lions roaring, we like, hey, what is that? You know what I'm saying? I never heard that, but it sounds familiar. It sounds like I need to find out what that is, because it stirs something up in my chest. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember, man, and you know, I'm saying something, but going to ask a question behind it. I remember hearing one of the first things that I heard from the brother Minister Farrakhan was such, it was strength. He said, if Stone were to rise up to hurt me, these brothers right here would break and destroy Stone or die trying. And meant it. And them brothers, they had strength, but they also had discipline. They also had order. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just that how can I say it, like a energy of I'm a man and I'm strong and I'm not scared of anybody.
Right.
There's a bunch of that in the projects, you know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of that. Right. But to have it, and then they showing love. They like, hey, young man, you know, hey, young guy, hey, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. That's the power of it that they were building. So, you know, that was my, you know what I'm saying? That's what I see, the power. One of the things about Elijah Muhammad that needs to be said was just the insight to understand that you facing the devil, because he didn't have to say it publicly, but you facing it and his ministers saying it, I know who you are. And I'm not, I want you to know that I know exactly who you are, where you're at, and we're going to tell you. Matter of fact, last thing I'll say, he put them on trial.
Absolutely. Put them on trial, pulled their mask off, exposed them to the world, and then dared them to do something.
Man.
Told them that God is here, and they knew it. Like, you know, if you read any of the history, if you would have showed up 10 years ago or something like that, we would have hung you outright or shot you outright. He's like, you know, but putting, you know, raising your people up is like putting pants on an elephant. And he said, oh, I got one pant leg on already. Right. So they know that he's God. They knew that he was the God, you know what I'm saying, to come. And, you know, they confiscated his writings and his notes and all of that about the, you know, the so-called UFO phenomenon and the mother plane and the, so they know exactly who he is and, you know, all of that. So that's what backs up our love. We don't need, like, you know, the nation we taught don't carry weapons. We don't rely on guns. We don't rely on knives. Oh, y'all crazy. No, we got some weapons. It's just it's just not in our pockets. You know what I'm saying?
100. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Another question I'll ask you is the power of, and I've heard some callers call in and you addressed it, but just the power of having an organization, not just having you a sole rider, you believe in something, right? And but you're not part of any organization. You just out here just believing something, but you're not trying to build, you don't believe in it enough to build anything behind it. What I just want to get your thoughts on the Nation of Islam and the power of organization.
Well, they don't know how to build anything. They want to build, they want people to follow them, but they don't want to be a follower. And they don't know that unity, you know, organization just means unity. If you're not part of an organization, that means you don't know how to unify. You don't know how to be in unity with your own people, even if it's as a leader or as a follower, as a co-warrior or a soldier. You're not even a part of a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? And the laws of creation, the laws that got us to where we are, is based on the unity, and the force of unity is love. Love is the force that holds atoms and molecules together. Love. You know, they say it's gravity or electromagnetism, strong, weak force. No, the force is called love. Love. God is love. God is the force of love. It'll kill you, you know what I'm saying? It'll terrorize you or whatever, but it's all rooted in the love for truth and the love for safety and health and happiness or whatever. But, you know, the physics of it is negative resistance or opposition or adversary exists. That's necessary. That friction, you know, that opposition is necessary to grow creation to where it's at. But at a certain point, that opposition is going to be eliminated, right? And that's where we at now. We in that phase that we about to eliminate that historic, you know, enemy that came from within us. You know what I'm saying?
That grafted devil.
That grafted devil that came out of us. You know, the devil came from God. The devil is as old as God is. He came with God. You know what I'm saying? He's the left-handed expression of God. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, yes. And that's also in like for Christians to understand that right in their Bible it says God created. There's nothing that
yeah,
the devil is
right.
evil is there
He said
because
he
God
created
created it.
evil. He creates evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. I create evil. I create devil. There is no other creator other than me. So if devil exists, I created them. I know what devil is going to bring to the earth. I know what they represent. I know that it's a small vacuum of time, a 6,000 year window that they're going to turn this planet upside down and terrorize everything. Bloodshed, grief, the worst crimes against humanity. But I'm allowing that because I have to. That's the physics and the process of reality, the real process of perfection or growth into perfection that any undeveloped attribute of myself, talking about God, the creator, has to be matured. It has to be perfected. The creation was not perfected. You know what I'm saying? And we don't understand that God operates like that. Ain't no such thing as no abracadabra. Everything is perfect. No, everything has to grow to perfection. So what is that condition? What is that stage that is existing at before it gets to perfection? You know what I'm saying? It could
Yeah.
be chaos. It could be war. It could be, friction. It could be whatever.
100. Well, exactly. And one of the things that I also, man, like, I do my best to, especially in, in conversation and in my life that I've learned that to ground things in what Elijah has said. Like the book when he wrote How to Eat to Live, that was before almost anybody was talking about health and eating healthily. He was talking about the temple of the body and how to eat to live. Or someone may get a little bit, and I'm put this as a question. There are folks out there that have some of the knowledge, right? And I may be wrong in calling. That's why I'm put the question to you. I call it stolen knowledge. That if somebody took a piece of knowledge that belonged to and came from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, right? And then they want to build something off of that. Okay, cool. Okay, you did that. But one, you should be, and I'm putting the question, do you believe that one, they should be giving credit to Honorable Elijah Muhammad? And then secondly, you know, why not just get the undiluted all of it instead of getting the little piecemeal that you got without any organization that you belong to? No one can check anyone. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to go on and on. I'm just gonna leave that question out there because I could be wrong about how I'm viewing it.
No, you're correct. Divine revelation has a fail safe. It's theft proof. Is a thief fail safe on it, right? So you would be able to benefit from it a little bit, but it's going to force you back to the author. And if you don't submit to the author, then you're going to crash and burn worse than you ever using it in the first place. So it's going to become a hell to you because you stole it. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that's like the Quran say, he or she, those devils or those jinn that seek to hear, they seek to steal a hearing from the exalted assembly, but they find following them a visible flame after that. Yeah, you'll get a temporary benefit because you was able to, take that, and God will let you take that. But he's letting you take that because it's either going to destroy you or it's going to lead you to submit all the way to him. It's your choice. If you're trying to take it and just do your own thing with it, it's going to destroy you and it's going to destroy your seed. But if you're trying to do the right thing with it, then everything else is going to fail and it's going to force you to him, and you won't be able to say I didn't know better because you stole his revelation.
Bro, you right, man. You right. You're 100% right, brother. And the other thing that there's one other lesson that I think I drew from it, and the reason that I'm putting this out there is because I really want to get your insight on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That you can have people that, like in that case, you get these lessons, and perhaps because there's no organization around you, right? You don't follow it, right? Like during the day, your supreme this or supreme that or mathematics this, you got all these lessons, and you got this name. Never saw you at no Black Family Day. Never saw you selling the Muhammad Speaks. Never saw you doing these things to contribute to your community. But one day I woke up, and the same brothers, I ain't got nothing against them, but the same brothers that were like, oh man, you going, your mom took you out of school and you going to the temple and blah, blah, blah. I woke up one day and now you scientific Allah? What? How you get that name?
Right.
Where'd you get those lessons? So here's my question about it. What I see is that you can have someone, I'm gonna apply it to a Christian, right, that calls themselves a prophet, or they got these highfalutin names, but if it's not grounded in some solid teachings, they won't avail you anything. I'm gonna leave it at that, brother.
Yeah, you can't. When it comes to God's revelation and God's, divine revelation, you can't separate the message from the messenger. You can't do that with God, right? So the lessons talk about a lion, in a cage walking back and forth, and it took him 400 years to find the door. It's only one door. It didn't say 400 years to find a door or one of the doors. The door is Farrakhan. So if you playing with these teachings or dealing with these teachings and you not going through Farrakhan, then you through. I'm just put it out there like that. I may as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
400 years, 1555 to 1955, right? The door was found in 1955. That's when Farrakhan came into the nation. So the 400th year, if we talking about, the Bible fulfillment, after 400 years, God said, I would come. And Farrakhan is a modern name of God. Master Fard Muhammad already gave the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that name Farrakhan to reserve for Farrakhan, for a specific character that was going to show up in the 400th year. Malcolm wasn't that. Malcolm showed up a year or two before 1955. So he knew that God, that third man was to show up. That Savior's Day gift was to show up. That Savior was to show up on the 400th year, right? That's the door. Like how people say, Christ or Jesus, no, you can't come to the Father except you come through me. Yeah, you can't have no success with these teachings unless you go through that door. Those lessons will not work for you unless you go through that door.
Yeah. Okay. And that's, I'm gonna tell you this. I am, going to, or in the process of just making sure I'm grounded, right?
Oh, you grounded.
In that soil. You know what I'm saying?
Grounded. You wouldn't even ask that question if you wasn't grounded.
But one, I appreciate that, man. And I gotta say this, that when you make, sometimes I'm giving myself, forget that you get to a point where you think that your character, right? And I'm not giving, this is not me giving myself out, that your character, that somehow it came out of nowhere. But then you reflect and say, whoa, wait a minute. What I feel about myself and what I feel about other Black people, when I hear someone say something negative, I'm not going to let it fly. That didn't come out of nowhere.
Right.
That came directly from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And he removed that thing of that self-loathing, and that you can't be around other brothers without you in a competition.
Yeah.
You in a competition with other brothers. You don't want your brother to shine. You can't even, if your brother starts shining, you want to say something to put a cap on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
And that's that envy. Unfortunately, that's that envy because we see our brother fulfilling his purpose or finding his purpose before we find ours. You know what I'm saying? We know we got a purpose. We know we great. But if somebody that we around or we seen, you know, we knew before this finds his purpose or aligns himself with the divine purpose and he's shining more than we shining, then we got a problem with that. We really mad at God because we, you know, we ain't found our purpose. We ain't locked in with, you know, our purpose like that yet. So it looked like he's, you know, he's dimming your light. Like he's trying to shit on you. No, he just shining. You a son too. You a light giving son too, but you ain't found your pilot light. You ain't turned your shit on yet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He turned his on.
Yeah, yeah. And I think when you're around brothers that have that knowledge and have that wisdom, then you eliminate a lot of the nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not all you're gonna, you know, whenever you interact with human beings, it's gonna be some blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But at least it's the basis is I know that you're God.
Right.
I know that I'm God.
Right.
I know you got a divine spark in you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna treat you, and if you really believe it,
yeah,
not you just act, you really believe it in your heart,
yeah,
you're gonna act that out.
yeah. I found with us, you know, that's why the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and, you know, Master Farah Muhammad told him, take plenty when it comes to your people. Take plenty, pardon much, overlook and forgive, turn the other cheek 70 times, 7 times when it comes to your people, not the devil, not the enemy. You know what I'm saying? But the magic words that I have found among our people is I apologize, bro. I apologize, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that do something to the nature, even if a nigga say, nigga, fuck you, niggas, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, like you catch a one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? That's the magic words that can cut through a lot of Satan BS and get y'all to, you know, locking in on each other's God identity. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you're not apologizing for yourself, I apologize for what I did to you. You know what I'm saying? Or I apologize what somebody else did to you, maybe from my hood or my homie or my such and such and such and such. You come with a certain type of spirit, letting you know, and especially if they know that you wasn't no punk. Like, damn, dude, straight like, you know, I don't. You know, I don't know what his angle is. I know he not no punk. So if he's saying that he getting my respect, at least I'm gonna listen to what you're talking about.
You're not apologizing out of a position of weakness.
Right.
You're apologizing as a man, and sometimes it'll be received.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? One other question I do have is that because I've seen a number of like whether it's Hebrew Israelites or others coming from, this is my final question. I know it's late. You know what I'm saying?
That's all good. Yeah.
Is that have you found like what is the is there any other group out there that you found was like, okay, I have an organization, right? I have a belief, an organization, or whatever. Not that it is, you know, anywhere on the par with the nation, but is there, when you speak to it, is it that, you know, the person says, oh shoot, I get that. I realize that I don't have that. Or maybe some of them believe that they do.
You said, is it a black organization that I look at that I get that from other than the nation?
Yeah, well, let me say this. If you were to say, let's say like a Hebrew Israelite, right? Or something along those lines, right? That there's a lot of them, you know, I don't know, but are they, do they believe that they have an organization that they're building, and that organization is based upon something that will hold up against scrutiny? Let me just put it like that.
Yeah, they believe that like Hebrew Israelites that I dealt with, I believe that they believe totally in what they represent, and you can tell a person's belief by, you know, their organization. I don't agree with necessarily their spirit or their methodology or their tactics as far as like, you know, cussing people out or, you know, on the street over talking and, you know, that the way they get down like that. But I also look at how do they love each other? Not how do they hate the enemy? How do they love each other? My gauge is a love gauge. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to know the quality of your love. And I respect they love more than I got a problem with they hate. So I look for something I can work with. You know what I'm saying? Not something that should keep me away from you.
Yeah. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. So you're saying that it's not, you know, there are some that don't believe it. They just there for
whatever they're there for. Yeah.
Whatever they're there for. But if they have that sense of brotherhood with each other, based on you looking for God.
Absolutely. So the motivation, they might not have, you know, in my belief, that you might not have locked in on the real God yet, but you locked on the real path. You want God, you want the real God, and you think you found him. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, I think you think or you believe you found him. So you work and you doing action and work and brotherhood based on God, based on the God that you think that you found. And the real God ain't petty. The real God ain't petty. So you will be successful unless you trying to shit on Farrakhan. If you're trying to, you know, lift this up by downing that, then you're gonna crash and burn.
Exactly. Now I heard the other brother, and I've never heard of anyone saying that anyone other than anyone other than the Honorable Farrakhan is the leader of the nation. I never heard anything about Khaled or any other person saying that they were the leader. That was decided some time ago between excuse me, I know the name, between the son of Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan, that hey, you're gonna make a decision on this, but it wasn't anyone else that was involved in that. You know, I never heard of anything like that.
There was no other candidates, and there wasn't even no candidates. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad clearly made Minister Farrakhan the second in command and told all of us to follow him and continue to listen to him, and made him his national representative. He didn't do that for his own son, but Minister Farrakhan, you know, being brokenhearted and actually thinking that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad or the messenger of Allah died, he was so messed up in the head that he didn't want to divide the house. He didn't want to divide the followers of Elijah Muhammad, because they was even more messed up in the head than he was, because if you the messenger of Allah, how are you dead? This don't make no sense. So in all of that confusion and heartbreak and emotionalism, he didn't want to go against Elijah Muhammad's biological son. So his biological son is the one that destroyed the teachings of his father and sent everybody to Sunni Islam or Bilalians, or, you know, what was popular in, you know, in the jails and on the East Coast or whatever now. So the Nation of Islam never, I'm talking about including Muhammad Ali and everybody else, nobody left Elijah Muhammad to go do that. They followed Elijah Muhammad's son. He left his father's teachings, and we followed him, not knowing who else to follow.
100%. I remember when that name rose up, there was a lot of people that were looking around at each other and said, I don't remember anyone teaching anything about no Bilalians.
No.
Kind of looking at each other like, you know, I want to honor, you know,
right,
and his son. But when you hear that, you like, well, wait a minute, this doesn't ring true. I don't look at myself as being a Bilalian anything.
Right. We didn't know nothing about that, nor did we care. And that's in the Quran, though. If you know about the story of the Samiri, you know, the Samiri, where it's not mentioned in the Bible so much as mentioned in the Quran, where when Moses was taken up to be with God for 40 nights and left Aaron, his brother, in charge. While Moses was away is when this drama happened, and the Samiri, who fulfills the role of Wardin, or Elijah Muhammad's son, that's the Samiri of the Quran. So once Moses was gone and it was just him and Aaron, and Aaron didn't want to cause no division among the followers, he went along with the Samiri, and the Samiri took footsteps of the messenger and threw him away. In other words, he the one destroyed the teachings, and by the time Elijah Muhammad, by the time Moses returned to the heart and the mind of returned to the people, he was wrathful, saying, why did you allow, my followers to follow this Samiri, meaning my own biological son? And and Aaron's answer was, for fear that, I would cause division. I didn't want to cause no division. I didn't want to have some of your followers following me and then some of your followers following your son. So I just tried to keep the house together and keep them united, you know what I'm saying, by trying to follow your son, which he couldn't do but for a few months. And he had to fall back, you know what I'm saying? So his head was all the way messed up. But that all is clearly laid out in the Quran if you know who the characters are.
100%. 100%. I'll ask another question, right? And it's something that you brought up earlier, because I think there's some Christians may be confused about this, that they say they're Christians, right? And say, well, if you're a Christian and I'm a Christian, then I believe the same thing, that we believe the same things, but we don't believe in any mystery God, right? And we don't accept some idea that this devil is something that is like in like mist, or you can't
he could just possess you or pop into you or something like that.
Yeah, but I think probably, and I'm gonna ask you this question: do you think that the most shocking thing to them is when you say, "I see God in you," and God is me?
Right.
Maybe the most shocking thing. That may be the most shocking thing to them.
Yeah, that's the most shocking, because we've been taught lies all of our life about God, or we just been worshiping our own false idea of God, which is strictly just our imagination. God has laws and rules and, you know what I'm saying, and measurements. You can easily identify the God. God just hid himself, especially for a Christian. If a Christian say that God is a spirit, but then they say that he's omnipresent, meaning he's everywhere at once, and then the Bible is full of contradictions of that. Especially when say, the God said, I think I will go down now and see whether or not their cry that I've heard was altogether that which I have heard, and then I shall know, and this and that. Like, if you're already there, how you gonna go down and see anything? You know what I'm saying? Or the Lord God came from T-Man, and the Holy One from Mount Paran came from. How you coming from anywhere? Or you gonna see God coming in the clouds? Like, I thought God was already here. I thought he was everywhere at once. Right? And then the book say that he's a man of war. And Jacob said he's seen the man, and he's seen the Lord face to face, and his life is preserved. So he got a face. He's a man of war. You know what I'm saying? He comes and goes. He's not no omnipresent spirit. You know what I'm saying? So if you can apply that and hold their feet to the fire of what their own books say, then okay, then that's same with me. God is flesh and spirit. God has spirit. God is not a spirit. He has spirit. Just like I have spirit, but I'm not a spirit. So
100%.
And then he said, we all God's children of the most high God, but we shall die like men. Okay, what does that mean? We are all God's children of the most high, children of the God that you say is a spirit, but we shall die like men. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you add that last part? But we shall die like men because of this and because of that. Are we doing this and that? So
100%.
gods are men. Men are God. Men and women are gods.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard this last yesterday. I was listening to your program. Either yesterday or the day before yesterday. And I heard your I believe it was your son, he was talking about this thing with Christmas.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I said to myself, you know what? There's another thing, and it really just hit me then, is that if you accept the first series of fables and stories and embrace that,
Yeah,
then it becomes easy for you to accept all these other
that's it.
fables.
That's it. Once somebody pierce your, with some falsehood, that then they can push the rest of whatever the BS, because you already open yourself up to that first hole of falsehood, and the flood of whatever else falsehood they want to push in behind that is coming also with it. So that's why the Bible, I hold certain verses up to to them, like, prove all things. I don't care what I say about the Quran or you say about the Bible, what I say about the supreme wisdom, lessons, master for our Muhammad, Nation of Islam teachings. Our slogan is show and prove. That came from the supreme wisdom. That came from the lesson, show and prove, right? The Bible says prove all things, not prove some things, not prove most things, prove all things, and then hold fast or hold firm to that which is good. It don't say believe. It don't say my people is destroyed for the lack of belief. It say my people is destroyed for the lack of knowledge. So they're ducking, dance, and ride and scatter and say, no, I just believe. No, the Bible say faith without what? Faith without what? Faith without, eyes.
Works.
What do you say? We walk by faith, not by sight. Well, why the hell do you got eyes then? If we don't walk by sight, then why the hell God gave you eyes then? The eyes is the extension of your brain. So you don't need your brain or your eyes, apparently, right? You don't need your brain to think critically. You just need to say, I feel that I believe.
100%. 100%. And again, I'm going to go ahead and attribute this to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad when he was teaching that if you don't have, if your behavior, if you're not accountable, if you can just say, I believe and forgive me, that if your belief is your sense of being saved, right? Or being in company with God is just based upon you saying, I believe, that makes you capable of great evil.
Yeah.
Because you can do anything and then come back and say, well, you know what? I believe in this. And if someone says, well, you believe in it, but you're acting this way, and someone says, you may hear this a lot of times, they'll say, well, you're being you're holding on to the law, you're being lawful, or you're being in the book. Well, you're supposed to read the book.
Yeah. Faith without works is dead. And then the Quran say, do you think, the Quran said way clearer, do you think that you will be left alone by just saying you believe and will not be tried and tested? And surely we know those of you who are truthful, and we will know the liars. So you can't just say you believe. Okay, thanks for saying you believe. Now we finna start these trials and these tests to prove whether you a liar or not.
100%. And your son, and my son, people that have children that are coming up with that system of belief in what is true, they are less like, they're going to be like, hold up, no, that don't, someone coming down the chimney, whoa,
Right.
what? Their mind is alert to it, where you would think that a grown person would be like, no, I'm never going to teach that lie. But like you said, and Elijah said, once you open yourself to that fable,
Yeah.
you're not vaccinated from all
Yep.
these other lies.
Yep. It's gonna break your whole spiritual immune system down, and you're gonna catch everything. You know what I'm saying?
Catching it
Every
all.
lie, disease, you're gonna catch it.
You catching it all. Even if you see it and read it,
Yep.
don't act like the pagan. You're gonna do things.
Right. That Jeremiah 10, don't be the heathen, and you doing exactly that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it all has. And one other thing, again, I always want to say, Elijah, is that he definitely taught that these are not just like beliefs that don't have a impact on your
Mhm.
life, on your community, on your household. If you believe in things that are not real, it will have an impact, a
It will,
negative impact
yeah, it will
on
destroy you. Like Stevie Wonder say, superstition. You believe in things that you don't understand or that you cannot prove, then you suffer. You are absolutely cursing yourself and cursing your loved ones.
Come on, brother. Yeah, man. And again, bro, I'll be watching your program, man. All I can do is I salute you and I salute the nation, and you get exactly what I think people should be getting from a brother of your stature. And when you're on your platform, you're using your platform for good. While a lot of, I'm not pointing no finger at anyone, but I'm saying that I think a lot of platforms out there are like they're like reality TV shows. I don't believe anything that a person may say something that they really don't even believe in order just to get an audience. They're going to say the most shocking thing, and then they got to keep on upping that shock value, and they got to be more shocking than this one. And they don't even, they're playing a character. And
Yep.
all of them, a lot of them, one person will play this character, another person going to play that character. Hey, get them all riled up. You know, tell them that you hear somebody that's black say, man, black people ain't about nothing.
Right. That's called mischief makers, and mischief makers are promised chastisement. So none of us escape if we causing mischief, especially among already traumatized, poor, people that's been destroyed by another enemy, and you just exploiting them again. Then you swallowing nothing but fire into your belly. Whatever you making off of that, whatever money, whatever food, whatever, how fat you getting off of it, you just swallowing fire into your belly.
100%, brother. I'm gonna come back, man. I got, I heard you talking to the brother. I just have some questions that
Yeah.
I wanna get your insight on.
Man,
What you think about Kendrick, or what you think about Jaguar, or what you think or talking to you about even what you just said about, is there a beginning?
Right. Well, let's do it, man. I've been on here for a minute, but
I
I
got you,
made sure
brother.
I left the shop open just for you. You know what I'm saying? I left the
I appreciate
restaurant
it.
open. But yeah, you more than welcome. Anytime you see me on, man, if you would do the same honor for me and just
I
write down
will.
some questions that you have, and that'll do so much good for us. And then we'll be able to share in the good divine works and build up our good deeds, savings, and loan with the God, with the Lord of the worlds. You know what I'm saying? And have fun doing
100%.
it at the same time.
100%, man. Listen, I gotta say this to you, brother. Again, I salute you. And anytime that I'm on here, I'm here to share, but mostly pick your mind and do that, brother. You know what I'm
Please
saying?
do. Please do. Much love, true story. Much love
Much
and
love,
respect.
brother.
All right, bro. Peace.
Peace, brother.
Man, that was beautiful. Gooch, yeah, you was late, Gooch. I went on late. I went on at 11, a little bit like 11:11. So I've been on for 3.5 hours. So I'm about to tap out. But God willing, man, we back at it tomorrow. Gooch the Great, late with the wrench, but it's all right. Like the Lord might not show up when you want him, but you're still on time. But peace and blessings, security sleep right here. So I got to pick her up and take her upstairs. Salute Mike Love. I see y'all. Ahmad Jabril. Always good to see y'all. Peace and blessings, man. Outro.